Well, the protagonist.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Fate Stay Night.
Hello.
And maybe the last to second to last session. We'll see.
And it better be last. I swear to fuck.
We'll find out, won't we?
No.
I'm ready to take a fucking drink every time that freaking Shinji fucks up. Shinji. Shiro. I'm sorry, I was watching Evangelion earlier.
It wasn't me this time!
The motherfucker.
Don't worry, I've made that mix up
Get
before.
the damn Holy Grail War, Shiro.
Shiro fucking Emiya.
Shiro fucking Emiya.
The atmosphere shifts. After making his sudden appearance, Gilgamesh crosses the sanctuary grounds to stand beside Kotomine.
So, what are your plans now, Kotomine? Are we settling the score with these worms here? This is a rather underwhelming venue.
What?
What? What the fuck?
What?
This is getting out of hand. Now there's
This
two
is a
of them.
graphical glitch.
Yeah,
This
no,
is a graphical
obviously.
He didn't just clone himself.
What a fucking start. What a fucking
Holy
start
shit.
to this session. Incredible.
Screenshot that and make it the thumbnail of the VOD, please.
Amazing.
There we go. Got that for later.
Please, do not say that. This did not conform to my expectations either. Forgive me. Allow me to address all your complaints later.
As long as you understand. So I'm eating some king food. But do something about this primitive, would you? If he continues to fix his ugly little gaze on me, I'll may be forced to kill him. The hell is this, Kotomine? That guy's your servant?
Yes. I have not explained everything to you. He is my servant from the previous war. We had a mutual understanding at its conclusion. As he felt following me acceptable, and I prepared suitable sustenance for him to remain, we have been content to continue our cooperation.
So that's why you keep that disgusting room? And why you didn't tell me about this?
What would have been the point? Did you want to partner with him for your task?
Hell no. I'd rather die than work with him.
And now there are three of them. Lancer by the stairs, Gilgamesh in the center of the sanctuary. We can't beat them all. Gilgamesh is too much for us on his own, but we can't escape with Lancer around either. Kotomine, you said you didn't know about him.
Please, I am a priest. I do not lie.
Huh, you're lying! You said you couldn't ignore a servant from the previous war.
Correct. I was, in fact, surprised at the time as well. I had intended for Arch to remain here, but he still went out to do battle with you. Should you have been the one to investigate Archer, you would have discovered this. As such, I was forced to make plans. So, you see, I did not lie.
God damn it. Blundered right into the enemy's stronghold because I trusted his word.
But after that,
Then you're Archer's master.
Correct. It feels like a renewal of the war from 10 years ago, yes? I was obviously unable to witness the final moments after Kiritsugu defeated me. This shall be the second and final time I face you.
Hang on, I kind of can't see her text at the moment. It's hard to explain.
I'll say it for now. Answer me. How and why does Archer remain? What caused the fire? And how the hell
I
are
can
you
say it
alive
now.
after Kiritsugu defeated you?
Saber's voice drips with venom. These questions must have been weighing on her for a while now.
So, what?
She must also want clarity about what she left behind 10 years ago and the disaster that followed.
There should be no question. 10 years ago, the Grail was incomplete, yet filled with power. It was within reach. So I touched it. You and Kiritsugu proved too strong, and I wished for our divergence to separate the both of you. What ensued shocked even me.
Wait, that means...
あの火災は貴様が聖杯の力で起こしたものだというのか
Sorry, I'm talking to Rex out in the background. You caused the fire with the Grail?
Perhaps, had I been someone else, the Grail may still have done the same, or at least something similar. That isn't its nature. It is called the Omnipotent Chalice, but only blood, darkness, and curses fill it. Did you not witness that as well? What emerged when you destroyed the vessel bathed Archer in its darkness. Perhaps he would not have become lost in this world had you not destroyed the Grail.
清前事を聖杯は持ち主の願いを叶える魔法の鎌だならば
Cease your drivel. The Holy Grail is a wish-granting vessel. It grants the wishes of the one who possesses it, so you must have wished for that fire.
I only wished for what resulted. I had no such designs on the process by which it happened. I merely desired that everyone be gone from that place. You, on the other hand, seem to be lacking in imagination. Grant wishes? Certainly. But how will a wish be granted? Did you expect the world to change instantly? I do not know what the original Holy Grail might have been, but this one is merely concentrated power. It is incapable of calculations or corrections. It is simply a power source. Think of it like a weapon. If the one who possesses it wishes for riches, it will kill all around them, thus granting its possessor their riches, their wish. Do you understand? It is a defective vessel that can only grant wishes through destruction.
それでは話が違う
What? This is not what was promised?
力
The Grail is supposed to grant any wish to the one who possesses it.
And so it does. The Grail's methodology, though, is brutally practical, I dare say. Sometimes, for one to live, another must die. Hey, Barrett, is that you? Such equivalent exchange can be found all over the world. A miracle would require a means by which to make itself possible. A wish does not come true if one is concerned about things like equity. To enact such a paradigm shift would require the sacking of that which is lesser, an alteration via the most efficient method.
Only imagine what Saber must feel. If what Kodomine says is true, this is not the Grail she wanted. It's merely power to fuel the possessor's wish. It grants its owner's wish at the cost of everything else. So, that's the true face of this supposedly omnipotent power.
聖杯というのは
Then, the Grail.
It is a tainted vessel that destroys all but its bearer. You will understand once you lay eyes upon it. It is truly a curse-given form. And that is a delight to my ears. To touch the Holy Grail is a dream for a man of the cloth such as myself. But this Grail would kill everything and everyone. To hold such power in my hands would be a dream come true.
The priest laughs. This time it's not for show. He laughs in pure delight. It makes me realize this is a man entirely without humanity. More than anyone else, he absolutely cannot get the Grail.
Farewell then. See to this garbage. Lancer, kill the boy. Archer, defeat Saber.
The priest turns on his heel and ascends the stairs. All that remains are me, who can barely move from my injuries, Kodomine's 2 servants, and Saber, standing ready to guard me, glaring at our enemies. A tense moment passes. We need to beat Gilgamesh and Lancer if we're going to have any hope of getting back to the surface. I don't care about defeating them. We could regroup somehow, maybe, but... Saber.
Hero.
Saber's voice is quiet, but her eyes never leave the enemy.
I know I am asking much of you, but stay by my side at all costs.
She grips my hand firmly in her own. I can tell she's ready to go at any moment. Alright, I'll do my best to follow you, so don't worry about me. I nod back. I can barely walk. We both understand just how bad this is. But Saber's telling me she will do everything she can to get me through this. What can I do but agree?
I have full confidence in you.
Her voice is quiet but firm.
Now!
At that moment, she lets go of my hand to charge ahead. Both shadows retract to her in an instant.
React.
React, yeah.
Not retract.
Get. But Saber and I are both struck dumb. What just happened? Lancer jerks his spear off course away from me and straight for Gilgamesh, who bats the attack aside with a longsword as if he'd expected it.
Ah, I missed. My bad. Huh. Your accuracy certainly leaves something to be desired.
Both men withdraw, unhurried and unconcerned.
Let me remind you, the mongrel is yours. Saber is mine to deal with, right?
Should probably pass one of these to Min for the time being, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would rather die.
Alright. He's chosen his fate.
Heyo!
Fate! Is that
My
name
bad,
drop? Roll
but-
credits!
I don't really care anymore. You didn't give the order with the command spell, so we can choke for all I care.
As he says this, Lancer turns to face Gilgamesh, almost as if protecting us.
But, Lancer, you...
If you're gonna say something stupid, save your breath. This isn't me helping you. I'm just sticking to my own code.
Lancer levels his spear at Gilgamesh. His intent is clear. He actually does mean to let us go.
Honestly, I've had it up to here with him anyway. I'm not doing what he says anymore. I'm cutting Kodomine off right here. Oh? You're breaking your contract with him. So you're willing to be eliminated here and now, even with the Grail in reach? I'm nothing like you. I can give less of a shit about having a second life or whatever. No hero worth a damn would care for that much for such a thing. You've got no attachments to this world. Heroes really only care about promises left unfulfilled. Not that I expect a greedy jackass like you to understand that. I mean, he does have yellow and red aesthetics, so McDonald's fits.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Time to die.
Oh, is that so? One who experienced such a radiant end must speak thusly. And I suppose this betrayal is owed to a hero's pride as well. You certainly choose a difficult code to live up to, Lancer.
The air behind Gilgamesh warps. Weapons appear out of nowhere in space behind him.
Lancer. He possesses the originals of noble phantasms. He is the king of heroes, the man whose story is the oldest ever recorded. Even you cannot defeat him.
Damn. Guy'd destroy his own country to do whatever the hell he wanted. No wonder he's so full of it.
Lancer, this is no time for bravado.
Oh, shut it. You ain't the boss of me. Me defending you here isn't the same as me siding with you. Man, this is why I can't stand you chivalrous types.
In his own way, Lancer's urging Saber to run. Saber hangs her head for a moment.
Bid farewell. I will return the favor if I can.
Taking my hand, she makes for the stairs.
Oh, damn. Seems I let them go.
Gilgamesh just watches us, making no move to follow.
Wasn't Saber yours? Frankly, the command I was given did not suit me. Had you not done as you have here, I might have done so in your stead.
We make it up the stairs. Saber must still be worried about how I'm doing, as we don't move very fast. The pain, on the other hand, doesn't much care about how slowly we're moving, as it doesn't dull in the slightest. The rising tension and sense of impending violence grows.
What's that? You wanted to let Saber go? Of course. I had no intention of killing her. She's mine. However, I suppose I can't wait idly if I want the Grail. I need but one more servant to die for a complete ritual.
A multitude of swords appears in the darkened basement. The Golden Knight smirks. This was why he was ready for Lancer's surprise attack. Lancer wasn't the only one planning to turn on his would-be ally.
Well, shit. You planned this from the get-go. Did you not hear me? We are, I suppose, of like mind in this situation. I offer my acknowledgement, Kukulane. You have scripted the most pleasant of circumstances.
The two come together. We make it out just before I see the initial volley. Ugh. I stop. I make it out of the church, but my body tells me it's reached its limit.
Here, let us rest here. Your body will not last like this.
Ugh. Yeah. I hate that I'm causing you so much trouble. I lean away from Saber's shoulders and sit on the grass. My chest wound is still there. It stopped bleeding, but there's still a gaping hole in my chest. I feel thick. The pain might be gone, but I've still got a hole right through me. Just looking at it makes me sick to my stomach. More than that, I can't believe I'm still alive.
Hero, please show me your wound.
Oh, okay.
Please excuse me. It may hurt a bit, but please bear with me.
Saber's fingers trail over my chest. And then, I don't know what she's thinking, but Saber places her hand on my chest and lets it sink into my body.
Finally, I was able to do the job.
Kali Ma, motherfucker. My entire body jerks and bucks in response.
What a strange twist of fate. Rips out his heart, roll credits.
Let's go. She freed us.
Saber's hand is relentless, moving around inside me. What have you... She's touching my organs with her bare hands.
Oh Damn.
How could that not be blindingly painful? It should hurt.
I feel like we're
But-
skipping a few steps here in the date, but
Huh? There's
I thought you were supposed to rearrange her organs.
there's
No. She's the one with the sword. He's the sheep.
yeah, there it is.
Damn.
There's
You know what? You're right.
there's absolutely no pain. In fact, everywhere Saber touches, it feels like the pain is fading.
I am done, Shiro. I have replenished the sheath's magical energy. Your wound should heal itself in half a day. See, she says sheath.
She draws her hand from my chest, looking relieved. Sheath? I have no idea what she's talking about. Saber, what do you mean by sheath? You mentioned it before, but are you talking about your sheath? Saber's sheath. It has to be Excalibur's sheath. Invisible Air isn't her sheath. The legendary sheath of Excalibur is a noble phantasm that makes its possessor immortal. But she doesn't have it. King Arthur died in the Battle of Camelon because that sheath was lost. So there's no way Saber has Excalibur's sheath right now.
Yes, my sheath is inside your body. Not realizing that until last night is my failure.
Inside me? That sounds kind of absurd.
You really think so? It is actually quite simple, really. You summoned me. It was foolish to think that you were able to do that by sheer coincidence. To summon a heroic spirit, one must possess a symbol that has some connection to that heroic spirit. As you had no knowledge of being master, nor any experience as a mage, you must— what the fuck did I say at the end? You must have had some sort of connection to me. That is where my sheath, the lost sheath of Excalibur, comes in.
Well, that might be true, but why is something like that inside me?
I expect that it was Kiritsugu's doing. In the previous war, Kiritsugu Emiya summoned me using Excalibur's sheath as a catalyst. As the sheath is a noble phantasm that heals the possessor's wounds, Kiritsugu must have determined that it would be advantageous to hold on to it rather than return it to me. I am already able to heal myself, which makes it difficult to kill me. Allowing the master, who is more vulnerable, to hold the sheath would increase his chances of winning the war.
So, my
So,
old man
my-
survived
yes.
the war pretty much the same way I've been surviving.
Most likely, yes. And when the war was over and I disappeared, Kiritsugu was wandering through the fiery ruins and found a dying child. He did not have any healing powers, and it was probably too late anyway. Real quick, I'm gonna be Pokemon for a moment. That is not how Kiritsugu used it. He used it to protect Irisfield.
So yeah, so Ilya's mom was Kiritsugu's wife, and
I
she
mean-
was the one at Saber's side for most of the war. So he gave her the sheath to heal constantly. After Irisveal died, he got the sheath back. Then, you know, the whole fire happened. He found Shiro, put the sheath in Shiro's body, and did the hyper magic equivalent of a defibrillator.
I mean, that sounds more like it's probably just a retcon because it happened after this,
Yeah,
technically.
as well, to be clear, the events of Fate Zero, like the actual novel and anime, are not one for one the Grail War that Saber is from. It's just the closest approximation that a separate author wrote down. Because, like, Fate Zero was written by someone that was not Nasu.
Yeah, gotcha.
Nasu said it's most it's about right for like the general things, but this isn't exactly the way it went down in Fate Stay Night proper.
Yeah. So, retcons here and there, not everything lines up perfectly, but it's fine.
Fate is also known for a bunch of alternate paths. So
True.
anyway.
Time shenanigans be whack, yo. Anyways, I don't think you've read this line.
One sec. Something is being fucky on my computer at the moment.
Uh-oh.
One sec. Almost fixed it. How the fuck does it keep doing this? Eddie, go.
And so he saw only one method to save the child. Also, me doing a lot of voices, I got us into this mess. I'm destroying my vocal cords.
Yeesh. My hand goes to my chest. On that day 10 years ago, I accepted death as I was looking up at that sky. My whole body was burned. Maybe I really was little more than cinders. So when Kiritsugu found a kid that was barely alive, he had to rely on the one thing he had with him. The sacred sword's sheath, said to protect the possessor's life. By implanting the sheath in me, he saved the child who was on the verge of death. So, you're saying...
Yes, it has been disassembled and lacks its original shape, but your body does contain the sheath. That is the source of your healing abilities.
But I almost died! When Lancer stabbed me at school, and... That's right. Someone saved me then. By the time I came to, there was nobody there, just a piece of rock lying next to me. I felt that was really important, so I brought it home. Wonder if it's still there.
Fuck this computer. Oh my gosh, stop blocking shit. That is before you and I formed a contract. The sheath is my noble phantasm. Until I manifested and infused it with magical energy, it would not function as a noble phantasm. Until you formed a contract with me, you would not have the power of immortality. So, as long as it has even a little magic energy with it, it may be able to protect the possessor's life. But it would be weak. To save a human being on the verge of death, it would have been necessary to integrate the sheath into your body.
I see. Sorry, Saber. I feel bad for using your sheath for myself.
What are you talking about? You are my master. It is quite natural for you to use what is mine. Besides, I was happy when I learned the truth. Even though I could not save anyone from that disaster, my sheath still saved your life.
Her smile is so bright I can't help but look away.
Shiro, does your wound hurt?
No, that's not it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You did nothing wrong. I cover my blushing face and fall silent. This is so embarrassing. Not speaking means no pain, but this is really awkward. I'm not sure how much time passed. Just as I start to calm down, Saber speaks quietly.
Kiritsugu was correct. So, he did not betray me.
Her voice is heavy with regret. Saber?
Sorry, could you take over for a moment?
I should never have sought that Holy Grail. No, I never needed the Holy Grail from the beginning. Kiritsugu must have realized that.
This sounds more like a confession. Saber is making an apology to someone she can't apologize to. Not anymore. She reflects on herself as a way of saying goodbye to the feelings she held for so long. Even if she doesn't say it in so many words, I understand just by being beside her. Altria sought the Holy Grail. A lonely king who had no choice but to believe that, without the Holy Grail, she could not avoid ruin. If only she'd wished to redo everything from the moment she drew the sword from the stone. Saber, that's...
I knew all along. I knew I could not just redo everything. I knew that, but I kept lying to myself.
But that ends here. Her long battle can now really...
Thank you, Shiro. With your help, I now know the path I must take. Yes, the Holy Grail and I are just dreams that should not exist.
But still she mumbles about wanting to be forgiven. She should never have wished for what she did, and in all that time she'd never been able to fulfill it. The weakness was only a fleeting dream. How should I feel right now? What she says is beautiful. Her decision is dignified and proud, just like her. She takes pride in her past now and accepts the end that awaits her. And now, Saber is... she's decided to follow the promise she made until the very end. She doesn't even need to tell me what that means. She'll never waver again. And she is more beautiful than ever. In the dark of that night, in the moment I met her under the moonlight and admired her appearance, I loved her from the very beginning. Then, regardless of what's ahead, there's only one thing to be done. Saber, let's destroy the Holy Grail. I cut away any lingering attachment, banish my selfishness, and say what has to be done.
Yes, I knew you would come to that conclusion, Master.
Saber nods reassuringly. I can't smile back at her right now. I'm trying my best to suppress my feelings for her and convince myself that this is the right thing to do. I'm sure that someday I'll be proud she trusted me with this decision. I stand up. Now that's settled, we can't just rest here forever. We know what we must be done, and our enemy is clear. No more detours. Today, we put an end to this battle. I managed to make it home, leaning on Saber's shoulder. The wound in my chest hasn't completely healed. According to Saber, I'll need to lie still for a few hours. I bite my lip. I curse my body for refusing to listen to me, even though I know what I need to do now.
Shiro, are you thinking of doing something rash?
Huh? No. I wasn't thinking about anything.
I will be very angry. I will be very angry. No. I'll be very angry if you do something reckless. You must not fight until your wounds have fully healed. This will be our final battle, so we must both be at our very best. Like no one ever was.
Yeah, we're better off preparing ourselves than getting impatient. I'm thinking about where Kotomine went, about how to defeat Gilgamesh. There's just so much we need to consider. For now, though, we need to rest and wait until night.
Shiro the priest kidnapped your sister!
At that moment, my mind freezes. Huh? There's nobody inside. The house feels different.
Oh my god, I joked.
Mingled with the smell of something burning, I can just make out the strong scent of blood. I run. I ignore my chest wound. I run to shake off the chill running down my back. I run through the corridor, turn a corner, and pass through the familiar curtain that divides one room of the house from another. And the scene that greets me is anything but familiar. Tosaka. My voice trembles. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Tosaka is looking at me, breathing weakly.
やっと帰ってきた。まったく、もうちょっとで寝ちゃうところだったじゃない。
Oh shit, not dead. I actually have to speak things.
Yep.
Finally, home. You're so late. I was about to go to sleep. Dummy.
What the hell is she saying? It looks like she's really struggling to even speak, but she tries to make conversation like nothing's wrong. What? Don't talk, you idiot! Damn, we need to stop the bleeding. Saber, get some towels and a wash basin with warm water from the bathroom. Saber nods and turns to run to the bathroom. Bandages. I need bandages and some Siptic. I don't think Siptic will be enough for this. Damn it, I need a doctor! I need to call a doctor to treat her. I panic as I pull out the first aid kit.
手当ては自分でしたから。医者は
Well, this sounds like a matter of the heart.
I'm no cardiologist,
Yeah.
but
It's fine. I already treated myself. I don't need a doctor.
もっと大事なことがあるでしょ。
Hi, Bigfoot. Something
Take
more
a-
important you need to do first.
Take a wild guess what we're doing.
Tosaka is panting, but she looks straight at me. Tosaka? I don't know what the hell she's trying to say. I'm confused, but I just nod to listen to what she has to say. Are you sure you're going to be okay? There's so much blood.
一度目ぐらい自分でできる。
That's fine. I can stop my own bleeding.
留守を任されて
But more importantly, I'm
私
sorry.
イリアを
I was
守れな
supposed to be taking care of her, but I couldn't protect Ilya.
Give me one sec. I'm just gonna... Audio is really loud for no reason today. There we go. Huh? I finally put two and two together. Tosaka wounded, the living room in disarray, and Ilya gone. Did Kotomine come here? She nods. He's the only enemy left, so there wasn't much point in asking. But Saber and I were the only ones who knew Kotomine was our enemy. It must have been a shock for Tosaka. The Seventh Master is our teacher and guardian. Don't apologize. Even you wouldn't have been able to do anything in an ambush. You know that. Whatever you said, you always trusted Kotomine.
正直甘く見てた。自分一人でもなんとかなるって。
I suppose. Honestly, I underestimated him. Guess I got a little cocky. Okay, I'd do everything on my own.
She coughs up blood. Crap, I can't let her keep talking. Let's talk later. Just don't move. We'll get you treated, then you can rest up.
お願い。
Yeah, that's good.
けどその前に。
But before that, I think I need to tell you something.
これが最後の助言だ。
Shiro, this is the last advice I have for you. So listen good.
That's ominous. But I just nod. This is serious, especially if she's so insistent on telling me, even as wounded as she is. I couldn't stop her from speaking up now, even if I wanted to.
まず一つ目。琴峰の目的はイリアを。
First, Konamine's objective was Ilya. He must have known from the very beginning that she would be the vessel for the Holy Grail.
What? Ilya's the Holy Grail?
Her heart, to be precise. Mages are humans with magic circuits, but Ilya's a human made from magic circuits. As soon as there's only one servant left, she'll become the vessel that summons the Holy Grail.
Then Kotomine's taken Ilya to...
Yep, I took her away, but if Saber's still around, the path won't open. So I don't think Kotomine will harm Ilya, since she's the vessel.
I can only hope so. Lancer won't be an easy servant to beat. Even if he couldn't defeat Gilgamesh, he might at least have been able to run away. Just have to hope he did. This isn't the time to tell Tosaka anyways. Got it. I'll go save Ilya, so don't worry.
Okay. Now the second thing. I think Kotomine's at Ryoto Temple. I can't think of anywhere else to summon the Holy Grail. He probably abandoned the church already, and if he's going to hide, it's gotta be there.
Kotomine is at Ryoto Temple. She doesn't even seem to have the strength to move her head, but she nods anyway.
Okay, one last thing. You can't beat Kirei. Are you still going to fight him?
Question. She's not asking as a friend, but as a mage who truly understands the situation. Is there a method this one doesn't matter as much, right?
Give me a second. It doesn't matter for this. It doesn't matter either way for this one.
Is there a method? Do you have something in mind, Tosaka? I'm going to settle things with Kotomine. Even if I don't have a chance of winning, I can't run away. But if Tosaka has a plan, I'll hear her out, no matter what it is.
Unfortunately, I don't. But I'll give you a parting gift. It's meant for self-defense, but it's better than nothing.
Tosaka reaches behind her and pulls out a single dagger. This is a well-known dagger, perhaps even famous. It is used for rituals rather than for battle. It's a magical wand in the shape of a sword, used to form magic circles and to intervene in mystics that have taken shape. The word Azoth is engraved in the jewel on the handle. The blade isn't as long as a typical dagger, which probably fits Tosaka's preference anyways. This is the Azoth Blade, a sword favored by a famous scholar of mystics who took the world by storm some time ago. It is meant for mages to prove that their training is complete. The Azoth Blade is not unlike the sort of gift one receives for getting into college. Tosaka, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my dagger. It's weak compared to my jewels, but I still infuse it with magical energy from time to time. It'll activate if you say whatever the fuck that is, and flood it with as much magical energy as you can.
Let's just say lamb.
I think it's like
Just say
lodged or
lamb.
something, right? Logged? I can't
If
remember.
I know.
I always forget
I mean,
what that...
if I'm just saying lamb, then I guess we're playing Cult of the Lamb now.
I don't think it's lamb.
We're playing a better game.
You're not wrong, though. She hands me the dagger. It's surprisingly heavy. Not physically heavy, rather I feel the weight of Tosaka's memories in the dagger. Tosaka, are you sure about loaning this to me? Tosaka?
It's fine. I knew I was no match for Kirei, so I hid it from him. I don't want it to go to waste, so you use it.
Okay, I'll take it. Honestly, more weapons can't hurt.
Oh, so you do get it. Then maybe it's time. I'm just getting so sleepy.
She laughs, embarrassed. Next thing I know, Saber's standing behind me, waiting to treat Tosaka. Yeah, go ahead and sleep. I'll wake you up in the morning, and I'll make you a nice big meal.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, and this last bit is more of an order than a warning. Shiro, if you're going to do this, you need to win, even if it kills you. I will never, ever forgive you if I wake up and find you dead and defeated.
She looks like she said everything she wants to say. And so Tosaka drifts right off to sleep. She looks well enough, so I feel a little stupid for worrying about her. But then again, I know that's her way of cheering me on, and her words really do invigorate me. Yeah, leave it to me, Tosaka. I nod at Tosaka's sleeping form. Everything's all set. All that's left is to spend these next few hours without regret while my wounds heal. Today slowly ticks over into tomorrow. We treat Tosaka's wound and take her to her room to rest while I make dinner and eat with Saber in silence. Just a little longer. Most of my wounds are healed. We only have about an hour or two left. In the meantime, This is strategy meeting, right?
Yes. Strategy meeting.
That's right. There's only one thing to do. We've always done it this way. So we should do the same, right to the end. It's not romantic, and it's not elegant, but sitting across from each other and coming up with a plan of action suits me and Saber best.
All right, Team MZ strategy meeting.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Shiro, it makes sense to come up with a plan, but is this the place for that?
Actually, it has to be here. Let's just go in. I have something in mind.
Huh, if you say so, then I only have to obey.
Saber reluctantly follows into the shed. Okay, now. There's a reason I had Saber go into the shed. Right now, we have neither a plan nor the means to defeat Gilgamesh. So it goes without saying that we need something extra. So...
Return the sheath to Saber.
Yep. I should return this sheath to its rightful owner.
Okay, yeah, we're going through these fast. I think it's tonight.
I don't know if it'll work, but I have to try. Saber did manage to put her hand into my body to check whether the sheath was there, so it's probably not impossible to extract.
Oh my gosh, one sec.
Like, if it's not tonight, it's like... I don't even think we have a full session next week.
What? Do you know what you're saying, Shiro?
I do. The sheath was yours to begin with, so returning it to you just makes sense. Plus, with that, you might have a better chance of beating him.
That may be true. Once the sheath is returned to me, the magical energy at my disposal will increase. Oh my god. Take back over.
But that does not guarantee I will win against Gilgamesh. And what is it once it is extracted? What will you do, Shiro? Without the sheath, you will no longer...
I'll no longer heal so rapidly from whatever injury I might sustain. But that's normal. I've relied on this regeneration too much. Nobody should be immortal. I shouldn't keep it anymore. Take the sheath, Saber. This is absolutely what we need to win. Saber bites her lip, not answering. I'm not sure how long this moment stretches out between us. The clouds in the sky drift by, and the moonlight starts to shine through the window.
Understood, Master. I must enter your heart for a moment then. Literally.
Saber nods, her hesitation gone.
それでは始めます。準備はいいですか？
I shall begin. Are you ready, Shiro?
Yeah, don't hesitate. Just go ahead. Saber begins. Her hand presses against my chest. And sinks in. My job here is simple. The process of extracting the sheath is similar to projection. The sacred sword's sheath has integrated itself throughout my body. I just have to collect all the dispersed bits of it and reform them into the sheath. This is all just my impression of what's going on, though. I may say I'm reforming it into the sheath, but I'm just gathering the waves of magical energy. Saber is the one who will give it shape. She, the original owner, forms the shapeless bundle of magical energy into the sheath itself. I'm just helping her. It's like making something from nothing. The scattered pieces of the sacred sword's sheath are reproduced with precision and painstaking care, without a single error. My body grows hot. Projection is way beyond my means. It eats away at my body every time I use it. It destroys my nerves, burns my skin, and even has the power to cripple my brain. But it's the only weapon I have, and it could be the one thing that might help Saber. I imagine. Think back to when I saw her in my dreams. The golden sheath fit for the King of Knights to carry into battle. The legendary sheath that protected its owner and led her to so many victories. I produce it vividly, without deviation, and as beautiful as it ever was.
This is the sheath of Caliban, not Excalibur. You
Could you
fucked up.
fucking imagine? That would be so funny. And no matter the end awaiting us, I won't ever forget this. I will engrave the image in my mind. I hear Saber's voice. I feel something that was within me for the longest time escape from my body.
すごい。見事です、シロ。
This is amazing. This is truly incredible, Shiro. Nobody but you would have been able to reproduce this so perfectly.
Got it. I'm good.
It must have come out great, as Saber is so elated it surprises me. My body is still so searing hot that I just topple face first into the ground.
シロ、すごい汗です。
Shiro, you're drenched. I will bring you something to wipe you off right away.
Saber hurries back towards the house. As I listen to her footsteps, I take a deep breath. I think that turned out great. It was perfect. I don't think anything else I project will ever turn out so perfect. See ya. Thanks for everything. I bid farewell to the thing that had been a part of me for so long. That golden sheath that protected her. I will never, ever forget it. Though it's left my body, its form has been forever engraved into my heart.
So, fun fact. Unlimited blade work / projection. Shiro and Archer cannot recreate things 100%. Only like 95%. The exception is Avalon. The sheath.
Makes sense.
Because it was literally part of them.
The moon hangs high
Anyway.
in the sky. The clouds have finally cleared, and the black of night is giving way to indigo. It'll be dawn soon. The long night is about to end. It will be the last one. God, I hope so. During the night, Saber and I traveled to our final destination.
シロ、これは。
Sigh.
Sorry, I've been torn places. Shiro, this...
I hear the tension in Saber's voice. She's not the only one. As I quietly nod, I feel a cold sweat trickling down my neck. The mountain feels like a living thing. Chills run down my spine. Stifling pressure assails me with every step I take. The air is thick and damp.
マナの密度が高い。10年前と同じです。おそらく
The mana is dense. It feels exactly the same as 10 years ago. I expect that at the very top.
The summoning of the Holy Grail has begun. Maybe it's even over by now. Either way, Gilgamesh has probably defeated Lancer. Let's go over it one more time, Saber. Once we reach the top, the only thing left will be to fight. You take care of Gilgamesh, and I'll take care of the Master, Kotomine. Neither of us will get involved in the other's fight. If one of us defeats their opponent, that'll be the end of it.
By the way, Ku lasted a whole day against Gil.
Hell yeah.
琴峰はあなたが倒すべき敵だ。
Yes, this time I will concentrate on my own fight. Kotomine is an enemy you must defeat yourself.
Right. Yeah, leave him to me. And Saber, don't let him beat you.
はい。誇りにかけて彼には
Sorry,
負ける
take back over. Oh my gosh.
サーバントとして
I'm
では
gonna
な
kill.
く
Yes.
Someone.
On my honor, I will not lose to him, not as a servant, but as a heroic spirit. I shall not submit to that king.
There's no longer hesitation or worry in her voice. I don't need to say anything else to her. We will head into battle and determine the final master in this war. But if, in the process, if one of us dies, the survivor just has to kill their opponent. Even if I'm defeated, so long as Saber defeats Gilgamesh, Kotomine won't get his hands on the Holy Grail. At the same time, if Saber is defeated but I defeat Kotomine, Gilgamesh can't stay manifested. So we don't have to cover for each other. This battle is now each of ours alone. And so we climb the stone steps. The closer we get to the temple gate, the denser the air gets. Sweat trickles down my back. An ominous premonition creeps over me. At the top of this stone staircase, our greatest enemies await us. But I don't really care about that. We go up the stairs, closer and closer to the temple gate. Everything will be over. No matter who wins this battle, Saber will disappear. The endless but fleeting days of fighting will finally be over, and Saber will disappear from the world. She'll return to her time where she belongs, and I can't say I don't have any regrets. I'm going to lose Saber. I'm going to lose the person I vowed to protect. The person I most want to be happy. Even now, I don't know just how painful that will be. And now we're still walking together, and I can feel her presence. I'm not prepared to lose her. Even if I knew a few days before, even if from the moment we met I knew we would eventually part ways. Thinking back, we made so many memories. We walked together some nights, fought together some nights. At first, I did everything I could to prevent Saber, a girl, from fighting. She also kicked my ass in the dojo. I also slept in the shed because I was too embarrassed to sleep in a room right next to hers. We ate lunch together. Saber liked baths. She liked my cooking. She liked the clothes Tosaka bought her, and she had incoherent conversations with Fujine.
Are there coherent conversations with Fujine?
No. She pushed herself, shouldered all her burdens for herself, and finally collapsed. Then we explored the depths of our hearts in the ruins. Things took a turn after that. I couldn't stop thinking about Saber. My purpose for fighting changed, and I realized I loved her. How could I lose something like that? Saber doesn't say anything. I can't think of anything to say either.
Again.
Once we've climbed the stairs and reached the top, there will be nothing for us to talk about. A little while later, I'll lose Saber and have to say goodbye. But this is the only time we have to say goodbye. We climb the stairs. If I want to avoid saying goodbye, I just have to chatter about insignificant stuff like before. For example, let's go to town when we go home. What should we eat for breakfast tomorrow? Insignificant stuff. I can't even seem to do that, though. Because whatever I say, those could end up being our last words. A clear end. Neither Saber nor I could say a clear goodbye. And now we're at the temple gate. This is my last chance. If we proceed, it'll all be over. But if we go back, maybe I could think of something that would stop me from losing her. Saber! I stop and turn to Saber. She is the same as ever. Her face is composed, but her eyes seem tense, like she's trying to hold something in. The moment I see those eyes, I'm assailed by temptation on all sides. Temptation to run away, temptation to turn back so I don't lose her, temptation to tell her what I really want, assuring me she'll accept. My resolve wavers. The temptations are begging, itching to be voiced. I bite my tongue. Let's go. This'll be our final battle. I just tell her, like usual, as her master. Saber nods silently. I see the strength in her eyes, full of resolve as they always are. I won't make any requests. The same way she believes in me, I'm gonna believe I made the right choice. I cross the threshold of the temple gate. There's no turning back now. I can't say anything. Not that I could say what I really wanted anyway. But I want to at least believe that this frustrated silence managed to convey my feelings. We've finished climbing the long stone stairs. This is our final memory of our time together here on this earth. The summit is bathed in a crimson glow. Wind whips at my face, seeming to come from that red light somewhere at the rear of the temple grounds. The air is heavy with death. It reminds me of that fire 10 years ago. But it's different. Bound up in a red light, I spy something that looks like it's going to ooze out over the temple itself. It's out past the building. A glistening blackness, like mucus, spreads over the vivid red. The mud spreads like oil over the clear ground. It oozes over the ground, contaminating it, killing everything it touches. It's like a visible curse. Even a mage like me, still in training as I am, understands that stuff only acts on the human psyche and will only swallow human bodies.
You're finally here. I've been waiting, Saber.
Gilgamesh stands there, haloed by the vivid red glow. He pays no mind to the blood-red glow or the death-shrouded blackness. The servant, armored in gold, waits in the middle of the temple grounds for Saber, and Saber alone.
You've come at a good time. The Holy Grail has finally decided to show itself, and it's starting to open up. This curse is what the Holy Grail holds within it. It's the third element that keeps us servants in this world. It's what spilled onto me 10 years ago.
Gilgamesh has eyes only for Saber. Saber is similarly focused on him. She steps forward and points her sword at the knight in front of her.
Gilgamesh, what are your intentions? That curse. What do you plan on doing with that thing that falsely presents itself as the Holy Grail?
I've already told you that I have no wish. I don't care what Kodamine does with the Grail. Right now, my only interest is in you.
As if to answer, the Golden Knight raises one arm. At the same time, a shimmering haze forms behind him. The king's treasure, hundreds of noble phantasms are readied in that haze like bullets loaded into a gun.
The time has finally come. I've been thinking of this moment for so long, Saber. I've been thinking of how to pin you down as you struggle and make you swallow that mud. I'm going to stomp on your sobbing face and make you drink the mud until it's dyed your entire body. I've imagined you writhing beneath me as the agony of death drives you
Sorry.
Nope.
Hitting all the wrong buttons, it's fine.
Drives you mad while your pathetic, filthy figure clings to my feet. Also, holy shit, I was not expecting to say that tonight.
Sorry.
Well said. You will, I am sure, not object to meeting the same fate then, King of Heroes.
She takes another step. Saber walks right into range of all those noble phantasms. This isn't a battle I can help with. No ordinary human could step into this battle between Saber and Gilgamesh.
Precisely what I expected of you, Saber. You know you can't possibly win, but you are still defiant, showing your fighting spirit. You truly are a fitting finale for this festival. Alliteration! I will not permit any outsiders to interfere. You, mongrel. If you plan to fight Kodomine, be gone. He awaits you at the altar.
Mine's waiting? I glance at Saber. She gives a slight nod, her eyes still on Gilgamesh. As I leave, I feel her wishing me luck. I turn around. My opponent is elsewhere. Behind me, as I run, I hear the sound of Saber's deadly battle beginning. Deep in the grounds, behind Ryoto Temple's main building is a large lake. It's been untouched for a long time, making it seem sacred, like it's inhabited by a dragon god. The lake's clear blue water is so pure and clean, with not a trace of cloudiness. At least, that was true until yesterday. The lake is far from pure now. Red phosphorescence spreads out before me. It is a sea of dark, murky tar, and...
Oh,
a hollow chasm yawns in midair. The body of a young girl floating near, an offering.
hi, America.
Oh, no. Mine! Funny.
Oh, great. That means Radagon's gonna come down here to whip our fucking ass and then climb his way back up there again.
I've been trying to remain calm after all this time, but that sight drives me over the edge. I stop and glare at the enemy.
Welcome, Shiro Emiya, the final surviving master.
The ends of his lips curl up in a smile, and he spreads his arms in greeting. Our final battle will be fought here. This will be the summoning altar in this Holy Grail war. Put down Ilya! I'll thrash you after that! We're about 10 meters apart. As soon as I take another step, the battle will begin. I don't know what kind of mage Kodomine is, but he likely uses projectile weapons like Tosaka. On the other hand, my only option is to get close and punch him in the face! Even with Tosaka's dagger concealed behind me, I still need to get close. Once the battle starts, my only option is to rush him and stab him in the chest. But before that, I need to do something about Ilya. Hey, did you hear me? I told you to put Ilya down. What kind of scum are you, taking pleasure in tormenting a child like her?
Did you remember the basement, Shiro?
Oh, I heard you, but I cannot do as you ask. The Holy Grail has appeared, but its hollow is still unstable. At the point of contact with the Holy Grail, I need her to endure for as long as her life lasts, or else my wish will not be granted.
As long as her life lasts? Then Ilya's still alive. If you have no intention of bringing her down, I'll have to make you. I'm gonna stop your wish. This dark mud right here, right now.
Ah, I see. Do you believe this is my wish? I have to hand to Kiritsugu. His hen has such a keen sense of things. What a shock. 2 generations of Amiyas. Completely mistaken.
What?
I did not create this mud. This is the power flowing from the Holy Grail itself, though it should normally be colorless. It should be omnipotent. No mere human could die in black. The host's Holy Grail has always been like this. The moment it is opened up, it will pour from the Grail without end, causing an unimaginable catastrophe. This is the Holy Grail's true form. It is filled with all manner of malignancy, with things that curse the world and mankind indiscriminately. No one can control such a thing.
What is he talking about? If that's true, he didn't become a master because he had a wish to fulfill, but instead just so he could open this thing? Koromine, what is your wish? I grind my teeth and glare at him. He smiles wider.
For fun, I suppose.
It's such a simple answer. What?
Is that not clear? Alright, let's take, for instance, music. Why do you feel pleasure from music, Shiro Amiya?
What the hell?
How about books? Why do you think stories draw people in?
Why? I've never thought about that sort of thing before.
Indeed, there is little call to consider such things. Various forms of entertainment, things that please humans. They're all enjoyable because they were created by humans. Listen, all creation springs from humans, from their own capabilities. That means the most enjoyable, pleasurable things are humans themselves. Humans, particularly in extremis, are the greatest source of entertainment. By comparison, entertainment humans create is but a pale shadow. Oh yes, music and stories, love, hate, trust, betrayal, morality, immorality, illusion and truth, these are no more than impurities. Such things are second rate as entertainment goes, hardly worthy of consideration. I want humans themselves to be my entertainment. None of the rest interests me. And thus, such excess and extravagance must be trimmed away. You are familiar with the notion of one's life flashing before one's eyes, yes? It is precisely that. The only moment a human has any value is when they are on the very brink of death. All their lives are spent building up momentum until they finally jump and reach for the skies. In that moment, they are dazzling, and it is that moment I desire most. That is what you have always sought, as you all feed on peace. I live by consuming this star's light.
Seeing the priest give such a sermon, his arms spread wide, is strange, to say the least. A chill runs down my back, but not from what he said. Seeing him like that, talking about human beings and seeming somehow sacred is what's giving me chills. So, you're saying...
Yes, the fire 10 years ago, not quite bad. A little small in scale, but it still gave me a rush of exhilaration I've never before experienced. And so, that is all I seek. The kind of hell that causes souls to burst, allowing humans to shine their brightest. Do you not want to bear witness to such glorious sight, Shiro Emiya? What do you think? Do you not agree that the dying, agonized shrieks of humans wallowing in their regret fill your breast with the most indescribable pleasure?
You bullshit. That day, how could he ever describe the hell of that day like that?
Ah, so you finally understand. Warped though it may be, there is no one in this world who loves humans more than I. And so, there is no one more worthy of the Holy Grail than I.
The priest smiles, pleased with himself. Is he saying that he thinks all those people dying helplessly was a wonderful, beautiful thing? Oh, I understand, all right. I focus on my feet. Every muscle in my legs tense, ready to break into a sprint. I understand that you deserve to die! I surge forward as fast as I can. He's a little less than 10 meters away. If I just head straight at him, I can... I throw myself sideways. I want to just kill him, but my instincts kick in, saving me from death. I go tumbling across the ground, scrambling to look up. That was... I glance back at where I'd just been running. The ground is on fire. The dark mud spreading over the lake is steaming. It's like a dark carpet. The mud coils and lunges at me, snapping like a whip. It leaves a searing welt on the ground.
I should have mentioned that you are already well within my reach. Moreover, this stuff is extraordinarily responsive to the presence of living things. Dart around all you like, but if you're not careful as you do so, you will die.
I leap out of the way of the black mud as it strikes at me once again. Now with darting around blindly, the bastard's intent on killing me. You damn fake priest! I reposition myself, keeping an eye on the lake. I'm no closer to Kotomine. Looks like he's gonna keep me 10 meters away. That muddy tentacle seems to be able to stretch endlessly. It follows no matter how far I retreat, and it's not the only one.
Oh, are you ready to face me? Good. I'm pleased. Had you just walked away, I would have had no way to kill you. But if you desire to fight, I have no issue. I am, after all, a humble servant of God, and could never kill one seeking salvation or aid.
Do you even hear yourself? I don't think that quite fits for a guy who has no problem attacking someone while their back's turned. He's probably remembering what happened with Lancer when I say that. Kotomania laughs as if impressed.
Ah, yes. I got rather fed up with you at that point. We needn't put this off any longer. To be honest, Shiro, I had hoped for you. On the night Rin brought you to the church, I even felt the hand of fate at work. You have no idea the joy I felt when I learned you were Kiritsugu's son, and so like him as well. 10 years ago, I didn't get my wish. I never expected a chance to get my revenge on Kiritsugu like this.
The tentacle twists toward me. It looms over the lake, its sickle-shaped head like a dark serpent. I bite my lip. I'm in about the worst possible situation here. More and more tentacles emerge from the lake. I'm not sure how much longer I can even survive, to say nothing about getting near Kotomine.
You obviously have no chance of winning. The gap in our experience is considerable. Unless you have some major factor which can multiply your experience, that difference will not be easily overcome.
The priest raises his hands. He stares at the heavens like a conductor leading an orchestra.
Put your life on the line. Maybe then we'll be able to reach you.
The serpents surge forward. Meanwhile, sparks fly in all directions. The Golden Knight steps back, evading a series of savage attacks executed with astonishing skill. She must have seen it as an opening. Saber twists away from a short sword fired at her and takes a step forward toward her enemy.
Yeah!
Her shout tears through space. Her sword strikes like a comet. She presses the attack on the Golden Knight. He stumbles backward, overwhelmed by her skill and ferocity. Her sword dances. So titanic is the strength behind every blow. Each should shatter boulders, smash down the walls of even the most impregnable fortress. And yet... the myriad deadly weapons appearing from behind her enemy turn aside every strike.
So annoying.
Gilgamesh slips back from the onslaught, another sword in his hand. It's easy enough for her to repel his strikes, but she can't meet his attacks directly. Each of the enemy's weapons has abilities she simply does not know.
Min.
What?
Congratulations, your saber. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. Min, so you are King Arthur. I hope for you the best, that you do the best Monty Python impression.
Oh no.
I was gonna joke about it,
Oh,
but then you
no.
said it anyways.
Oh no! Being struck by a weapon and not knowing what it might do is suicide.
Yo.
Saber steps away from her cornered enemy to compose herself. Gilgamesh, on the other hand, is not at all troubled and picks himself up.
You're nothing but a persistent woman. Can you not see how futile this all is?
Gilgamesh shows no sign of fatigue. To him, this battle is merely a bit of entertainment. He can't very well feel nervous or tired when he knows with perfect certainty that he will win. It is another matter entirely for Saber. She knows that her only shot at victory is now, before her enemy starts taking this seriously. She needs to defeat Gilgamesh before he can use EA, or she will lose.
Aya.
Aya, thank you. And so, even knowing that it may be impossible, she does not relent on her onslaught, giving no thought to her own stamina. This isn't the first time she's cornered her enemy, or the second, but she's never been able to break through his wall of noble phantasms.
You intend to keep going. It's all fine and good to be loyal to your lord, but surely even that has its limits. Kodomina must have killed the mongrel by now. You have no reason to keep fighting.
My master is still alive. Hero fall to a master like that man.
It's only a matter of time. You do not know the true nature of the Holy Grail. Even I have trouble handling that thing. The boy won't last a minute against it. You have no hope of besting me, just that the child has no hope of besting Kodomine. You have mistaken your roles. Were it you facing the Holy Grail now, the battle would have been yours.
There's no amusement in the Golden Knight's eyes. He's serious. That's wrong. To Saber, the choice itself was a mistake.
Nonsense. This was the correct choice. You will no more defeat me than that corpse of a man will defeat Shiro. How the mighty king of heroes has fallen, hoping for what has yet to take place.
I'm sorry.
This is the bit. We're committed now.
Minnie, come back.
blame it all on you.
Who will die first? Shiro, Saber,
Eddie.
or Eddie?
Yeah.
It's me.
Oxygen deprivation is a hell of a drug.
Impudence, do you?
The air around Gilgamesh twists and distorts. More and more noble phantasms appear behind him.
Here he comes.
She adjusts her grip on her sacred sword. In truth, there is a way. There's only one way to defeat that Golden Knight.
But in order to do so,
For her plan to succeed, certain conditions must be met. Even if she takes out Aya, he will be able to defend against her attack, if he has any energy left. She would also have to take Aya's attack head on to be sure whether it's even possible to defeat.
take another strike from Aya? That is preposterous. Even with my sheath returned, I could not possibly survive that attack.
But there is no other way to win. It is just a matter of how to spin that thin thread of hope into real victory. Normally, her intuition would show her the best.
Assault. That rabbit's dynamite.
Normally, her intuition would show her the best route, and she would act in accordance with what she sees.
Let's be honest. Saber's ultimate noble phantasm isn't Excalibur. It isn't Rongominiad. It's the Holy Hand Grenade.
But that intuition is no help now.
That she just bangs together.
No, that would be Shiro's job. Perhaps her chances for victory are so slim that her intuition cannot show her the path.
Need an upgrade or a downgrade?
Yeah. I mean, if anything were to happen,
probably the most serious time in this game, and we're just cracking jokes left and right.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I wouldn't have it any other way with you guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right, Mom said it's my turn to be the king.
Aw. Well, have fun. It was fun while
Alright.
It was fun being Arthur, King of the Britons.
Sorry about that. But she still has to fight. Also, Pokemon, can you take care of that, please?
Trying.
Yeah, I can't really tab out. She has to keep fighting for Shiro, who surrendered his own defense by returning the sheath to her. She cannot let this man defeat her. If you don't got it, don't worry about it.
I have no idea how to delete comments.
If you're not in mod view, it's not going to be a thing. Don't worry about it.
I am in mod view.
Okay, just don't worry about it.
Right click, ban.
It's already banned. I just can't delete the comment.
If you're in mod view, it won't delete.
Hang on. Let me see if this does it. There we go. We're good. Anyways, go ahead, Pokemon. You're up.
It appears that to convince you, I must confront you with absolute defeat.
Even more weapons appear behind Gilgamesh. Every single one aims towards Saber, moving without Gilgamesh even touching them. Before, only the hilts were visible, but now the blades emerge, awaiting their master's command. This is the way knights should fight. Gilgamesh was never a swordsman. His many noble phantasms are deployed within time and space, and became bullets under their master's command. This is why he is an archer. He is the strongest in that regard.
Dodge these if you can. If you're lucky, they'll only impale your limbs.
With a single command, a rain of swords descends on her with godlike speed. Each of them possesses its own special fatal power. She evades every single one as if gracefully slipping between falling leaves. A sword from the front, a spear from the left, pole arms from above and below, three-pronged swords sweeping at her in an arc, a hammer larger than even her streaks towards her like a meteor. She blocks, parries, dodges, then twists away from the final attack.
I wonder if that hammer is Mjolnir.
Probably. Saber's breathing is labored, and she struggles to regain her ground after being put on the back foot. At that moment, she sees something behind her enemy. Behind Gilgamesh, 47 noble phantasms are already deployed, all at the ready.
By the way, this is Mjolnir in Fate.
I can't tab out to look at it right now, but
Big hammer.
I see.
Big hammer.
She leaps with all her might. As if to prevent her from escaping, a flurry of noble phantasms races towards her, tearing up the earth. A torrent of noble phantasms slams into the ground one after the other. Her armor is shattered, her gauntlet is split open, and even her greaves are impaled. Saber manages to avoid sustaining any fatal wounds, but in that moment she sees something even worse. Beyond the rain of noble phantasms, as if to finish off his exhausted prey, the King of Heroes draws his favorite sword. Saber lets gravity carry her back to the ground. She lands hard and immediately pours magical energy into her sword. But she isn't sure she can make it in time. The wind howls, the blade of light emerges, and she raises her sword without waiting for the wind to finish unraveling. She doesn't bother deflecting the rain of noble phantasms. She simply swings her sacred sword with all her might and all the swiftness she can muster.
Enuma Elish!
She's too late. Gilgamesh sweeps his other noble phantasms aside and swings Ea. I try to kick away the mud clinging to my ankles. My clothes are burnt and my skin is exposed. I jump away from the lunging tentacle. I can't feel my mud-coated right ankle, and I wasn't entirely sure I even still had my right leg until I used it to leap away. I check my body while I roll. Ankle? Okay, yeah, that's still there. I just can't feel it. If it's more or less intact, I can still probably run. I jump in another direction to avoid the mud's relentless attacks. Beside me, I hear a splash. The scent of burning earth wakes my dizzy head, and I push myself back up to my feet. A burning sensation sears its way down my back. The hell! I shake it off and jump to the closest clear ground. The mud's pursuit relents. I can no longer see any of the black mud that surrounded me. I bite my lip. I dodged and ran all over the place, but in the end, I'm right back here. I calm my breathing and look up at him, to at least show he hasn't broken my spirit. Kotomine has not moved at all. He's just watched me running around. No matter how many deep breaths I take, my heart won't stop pounding. It's warning me that it's at its limit. It needs rest. My heart is ready to burst if I don't rest. That's how rapidly it's thumping in my chest. It's all but jumping out of my mouth at this point. I can't do anything. I can't get near Kodomine, and I can't stop the black mud. There's not enough time for me to hold back about using a projection. It's my only hope. If there's no way forward, I just have to project Saber's sword again. It should be able to cut through that black mud and give me a chance to rush Kodomine.
Is that all? If you've given up, say so.
The moment he speaks, a tidal wave of mud crashes over me. I look up just in time to dodge. The mud itself isn't bad. It's slow compared to Saber's strikes when we sparred, and it doesn't change direction, so it's easy to dodge. But that only applies when there's just one tentacle. I can't handle multiple attacks at once, or those that strike from behind as soon as I've dodged another. As a result, I can only move around, and still, mud slowly covers me. Get away! There's no time to rest. I'm not going to be able to use my projection. Projection requires me to form an image of a weapon from the very beginning, so I need to at least a full minute of concentration. But if I give Kodomini an opening like that, the only thing left of me will be smoking bones. Everywhere the mud touches me, I go numb. At least it's not painful, but if that mud covers my entire body, I might not even know whether I'm dead or alive. If that happens, I'm a goner. I'd melt away, bones and all. I can only run. I know it's only a matter of time until I run out of steam, but I have to keep running for now. I have no choice of reaching Kodomine while all I'm doing is avoiding the mud. The mud pours like a waterfall behind him, so trying that way isn't an option either. If I'm going to have any chance of getting near him, I need to do something about this mud. Ouch! Ah! Can't believe it. I picked now of all times to trip! Kodomine stares down at me as if I were a piece of trash. He points a finger at me, and several snake heads rear up from the lake. What the? Get up. I try to get up, but I fall again. I fall. The snakes pursue me. But I still fall. Why? Why? Black mud splashes up over the back of my neck. Why? Now that I look closer, my right leg is entirely black.
This ends here. I expected this to be more entertaining, but you are Kitsuku's son. What a disappointment you turned out to be.
What? I look up. Hey, Pokemon, can you mute, by the way? I think your typing is coming through.
Sorry.
You're good. I look up. I'm still conscious. My wrists and neck are bound in chains of mud, but I can still feel my body. Why? Why don't you finish me off?
Soon, but that would be in poor taste. You're a Kiritsu shadow, so the debt he owes me from 10 years ago will be repaid with your death.
My skin burns where the mud touches it. It feels like acid is seeping from my pores. I grit my teeth, trying to endure the pain, and check my right leg. It's completely black. I can't feel it, and it won't move. I need to either get this mud out of me, or pour magical energy through the affected areas to push out the coagulated blood. Either way, the moment I try to move my right leg, it'll probably tear off every muscle in it. Fine. I don't care, but why do you hate Kiritsugu so much? Did him destroying the Holy Grail get to you that much?
Oh, it's nothing serious. My hatred stems from our kinship. Everything he did struck a nerve. It's not unlike your feelings of disgust for me.
What? Cut the crap! Don't you dare say that Kiritsugu and you are similar.
I see. I suppose saying that would enrage you, yes. He was such a virtuous man, letting someone like me go. Even after I caused that great fire, he only bothered to defeat me, not kill me. And now you know what a mistake that was. If only Kiritsugu had killed me, those orphans would be living peaceful lives as we speak.
You...
You know there's no retort to that. I find it unpalatable as well, though. As ruthless a mage as him, showing compassion and helping his enemy, I find it offensive.
That story again. Saber told me before that Kiritsugu was a first-class mage, and he would do anything to accomplish his goals. But then...
But that was not his mistake. His mistake was thinking that the war would end with the destruction of the Holy Grail. He never told you anything, because, in his foolish optimism, he believed the Holy Grail war had ended, and his life came to an end as the curse ate away at him. What a fool he was. He cursed himself and let me go, then died only a few years later. He believed he accomplished something. He believed he ended the Holy Grail war. Deluded fool.
Why, you... Hold on. Does that mean Kiritsugu died because of Konomine? What did the peaceful face he had on the night of his death mean?
Oh yes, let me ask you one last thing. Tell me of Kiritsugu's final moments. Did he pass on something to you, his son? Did he croak satisfactorily? The other creep. He accomplished nothing at all, and simply put all the responsibility on you. I bet his death was absolutely comical.
Shut the fuck up! I kick at the ground. I force my leg to move, flooding it with magical energy. Muscles tear, but I ignore it as I lunge forward on all fours like a wild animal.
Good.
I'm sorry, is that the first fuck?
I expected.
Maybe.
Is Shiro just straight up saying fuck?
Let Shiro say
Nice.
fuck.
He grows up so fast.
Kotomine holds his hand over the waterfall behind him. I don't know what he's thinking. That cascade of mud is a curse so dense it can be seen. It would be fair to call it a massive magical energy meant only to destroy people. There's no room to modify it, to change its shape. Anyone who touches that mud will be contaminated by its potent curse, and then dissolve as if the stuff were digesting them. Which means the pain and fear felt in those dying moments linger as magical energy, becoming the next curse to seek out the living. Whoever touches that stuff will die. Any who touch it will die unless they can get the mud out from themselves. Even so, the priest sticks his hand into the waterfall, smiling.
It's time for your reward. You shall die in the same manner as Kiritsugu.
He fills his hand with darkness. I know instinctively that this will be different from before. A flash of light illuminates the world. The moment I realize it's the light of Saber's noble phantasm,
That is a letter.
Angramainu.
Angramainu.
the priest's words plunge the world into darkness. She'd been blinded by a light a moment ago, but now she's cast into darkness. If she'd been conscious, she would have seen that it was a black polar light. The darkness was momentary, but it was not darkness. It was a swarm of tiny curses. The darkness sweeps her body away, and the discomfort jolts her to wakefulness. I sigh. The first thing her returning consciousness brings her is pain. Whatever parts of her were not protected by her armor are horribly burned, and her flesh has been brutally savaged by blades of all sorts. She is a dismal sight.
私は
Saw you
I
there?
see. So I have.
MIDI.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm waiting for him to finish.
Mhm.
I see. So I have.
And he had defeated her. Gilgamesh unleashed his noble phantasms, and she could not defend against so many. Then Hea struck her. She barely managed to deflect with Excalibur, but the damage to her body was too severe. Her wounds heal on their own without using magical energy, but even the protection of the sacred sword's sheath is unable to return her to full health in an instant. And then...
This is it, Saber. I hope you're not still refusing to admit defeat even in this state.
Gilgamesh walks forward, not a scratch on his armor. Saber lays on the ground, looking up at her enemy. There's nothing she can do right now. Nothing can stop him from doing whatever he likes with her now.
ギルガメッシュ今の光は
Sigh.
I keep getting messaged that. Gilgamesh. What was that? Light.
Despite the situation, Saber is more concerned about the light. That flash of light. That deep darkness that welled up from the far side of the temple and for a moment covered the world itself. She doesn't want to think about it, but that darkness might have been aimed at Shiro.
Sunlight just now? You know, it's the curse. Kurumine must have summoned it straight from the Holy Grail. The Grail apparently holds with it something capable of cursing the entire world. The pollution we've seen so far is nothing more than residue leaking from the Grail. And now it seems the main body has emerged. Your master is dead.
そんなことは
That can't be.
Saber wills her body to move. But she knows she can't. She can't just lay down, though.
嘘だシロは
Lies. Shiro is still alive. I can still.
She can still feel her connection with her master. It's weak, like the faint embers of a fire on the verge of going out, but Shiro is alive. She has to keep going. If he fights something unheard of or incomprehensible, Shiro will be no match for it. Saber clings to that faint warmth and again wills herself to move. But it's useless. Even the sacred sword's sheath needs a few more minutes to restore her.
It's too late. Stay here, Saber. No matter what you do, the Holy Grail will soon overflow. It'll be a repeat of 10 years ago. This time, though, the ritual is for you rather than me.
The Golden Knight smiles as he turns his gaze up to the burning red sky.
Rejoice, Saber. Was the contents of the Grail have rained down upon you, you'll become like me. You'll gain flesh in this world and enjoy your second life. Of course, you may not retain your sanity as I have.
Saber looks up at him, bewildered. She can sense the immensity of the curse. It is a magnificent cluster of magical energy. With so much power, any magecraft would be possible. Were casters wield it, the possibilities would be endless.
I'm just gonna post a picture of Saber without her sanity because of Grail Mud. Say hi to Saber Alter. Anyway.
But it's a double-edged sword. It curses humans and only humans. Even heroic spirits would not be able to remain themselves after coming into contact with that curse. That's when she realizes Gilgamesh. A decade ago, that corruption even swallowed up the most ancient king of heroes. Then,
ギルガメッシュ
Gilgamesh. Nope, what am I doing? Like,
Gilgamesh, do not tell me you.
he's gone mad.
Huh? Do you think so, King of Knights?
Gilgamesh looks down at Saber, laughing merrily. It's strangely out of character for him, but the look seems somehow appropriate.
Do not underestimate me. How could I call myself a hero if I could not drink up something so paltry as a curse? All the world's evil? It's nowhere near potent enough to contain my glorious self. Contaminate, even. Listen, Saber. A hero shoulders the weight of all humanity. And I did that eons ago.
Hearing those words, Saber gasps. She knows, in that moment, that she will never understand this heroic spirit. His unthinkable arrogance, the staggering ego leading him to believe heaven and earth exist only for him, his ruthless choices that bear no regard for any but himself. All of these things are completely opposite to her own beliefs of what it is to be a king. But he was a king. Even Saber cannot deny that. No other servant than Gilgamesh could have retained their sense of self after being bathed in that immensely powerful curse.
Forcing you to swallow the mud may be entertaining, but once you lose your mind, my fun will be over. Let us resolve to be married before that happens.
Gilgamesh, you are unbelievable.
Oh? Do you dislike such rough treatment? You best get used to it. Do not believe in restraint when it comes to woman or food. I devour both as I please. What the fuck did I sign up to voice? I
Saber
swear
Glare-
he's... I'll be honest, he's less dick in some of the other versions. Like,
Saber,
less evil asshole and more regular asshole.
Saber glares up at Gilgamesh as she hangs upside down.
You're acting out of a sense of duty to your master as a servant. Pathetic. Can't believe you gave him your body and soul simply because of the constraints the command spells placed on you.
No, you misunderstand, Gilgamesh. I do not obey anyone. That is the freedom I have never had.
Huh? So you're saying that you will not be mine no matter what?
His red eyes rake over Saber. They're entirely devoid of human emotion. If she disobeys, he will kill her. No matter how attached he may be to something, if it does not obey him, he will simply destroy it. That is simply how Gilgamesh sees the world. Saber doesn't look away. She simply glares hatefully at Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, I will never be anyone's possession. Possession. Oh my god, I can't speak right now. I belong to my nation. I am a king before I am a woman.
She's not saying this to anyone in particular. She's simply expressing the tiny warmth that's still within her heart.
Listen to you. Do not make me laugh, Saber. My country is simply one of its king's possessions. If he cannot rule everything, a transient being like a king serves no purpose. Honestly, King Arthur, it's no wonder your own country turned on you.
The Golden Knight mocks her for her naivete. Her heart is set now.
Yes, you are correct. But listen, King of Heroes. Your arrogance is what destroyed your country.
Such fierce spirit. Saber twists her entire body, using the leverage to kick Gilgamesh in the face with her free leg. Gilgamesh releases her. Saber stretches her arms out and arrests her fall, then springs upward.
You dare kick a man? Seems you really do require discipline. Saber!
She closes her... Yeah, you got pretty close. She closes her eyes and looks within herself.
It's no wonder your own country turned on you.
It is not news to her. Since her summoning as a saber, she's been hearing those words over and over. It's different with him. He grew angry with her as if it had been about him, but he also thought her actions were worthy of pride. She knows what she must do. Even if she has no hope of victory, she cannot stop here. She needs to do something while she still can feel that warmth inside her. She has to get to her master as fast as she can. She's about 8 meters from Gilgamesh. He positions herself at the ideal distance for intercepting an attack, which she's just experienced firsthand. Her body won't move the way she wants. She can barely grip her sword, and her legs are hardly able to bear her weight. Even a weak blow would be too much for her now. But she shows neither weakness nor hesitation.
Let me ask you one thing.
I think that's Gilgamesh, actually.
Let me ask you one thing.
Even Gilgamesh feels he has to prepare himself. The Golden Knight readies Ea, his eyes on his opponent.
Are you quite insane?
Saber doesn't answer, but her determination is there to see in her eyes.
Fine. Then I will not hold back.
The air itself roars. Ea, the Sword of Rupture from ancient Mesopotamia, is said to have divided heaven and earth to create the world. Gilgamesh, the King of Heroes, readies his supreme sword to finally put an end to his enemy. The atmospheric vortex it creates, the sheer quantity of converging magical energy, far exceeds Saber's Excalibur.
Be gone. You're no more than an ice sword now, woman.
Gilgamesh raises his sword. Saber mirrors the movement in perfect synchronization. Their eyes meet for an instant.
Enuma Elish!
Gilgamesh flourishes his sword. But Saber's sword falls to the ground useless. She lacks the strength to activate her noble phantasm. The light which can sever all things bursts through her. Unable to do anything, she is swallowed up by the light. The moment I'm engulfed in darkness, hell itself is imprinted on my mind. So,
Is that me?
who the fuck? I don't know.
I guess I'll take it.
Sure.
The 5 starting penalties: life, body, imprisonment, humiliation, and finance. Let the myriad sins, mud, darkness, and malice continue to surround and punish all. Eliminate human rights through decapitation, exile, and repression. Let the body descend into a state of torment and debauchery. Eliminate group consensus by forfeiting honor. Die. Ridicule through greed and arbitrary decisions that freeze assets and property. Imprisonment, fines, the death penalty, crimes committed in the name of personal grudges, crimes committed to satisfy selfish desires, crimes committed unconsciously, crimes proclaiming self-consciousness, civil disturbance, socialization, fraud, theft, robbery, kidnapping, self-harm, violence, arson, bombing, infringement, manslaughter, group violence, professional negligence, overconfidence. Die. Accidents by intoxication, cover-ups, crimes for personal gain, crimes committed in the name of the ego, crimes committed in the name of the love, crimes committed in the name of virtue, crimes committed for themselves, theft and embezzlement, fraudulent cover-ups, contraband, crime, hate,
Wait, is
grudge,
this the-
attack,
is this the
attack, dirty, you're all dirty.
I think this is the Grail.
One
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
violent crime victim is that one. This world's ruled by non-humans. Know your conscience to rectify your sins. Know the penalty of your
If
sins.
it's the Grail, maybe I should take it.
You are
Yeah.
Ilya.
You are Ilya. That's
Yes.
true. That
Exactly.
is very
And
true.
I know how the Grail decides to project itself.
Fair. Go ahead.
Know the penalty of your sins. Herein lies the goodness of man, so plentiful that he is unaware of the totality of what he is exposed to. Know the violence used to cover up the crime. Know the authority that hides the crime. The malignancy of man is here, so rare and so hard to find that it stands out in sharp relief. 100 benign, 1 malignant. To balance it out, the malignant shines strong and reigns as a mighty and vicious evil to compete with the benign masses. The 5 starting penalties. For you. Solicitation, fraud, theft, robbery, kidnapping, self-harm, tyranny, arson, infringement, dirty. You're all dirty. Atone, violence, crimes, victims atone, die to atone!
Okay, chill out now.
Okay, I'll be honest, that, like, background shit, that seemed very Zero Escape in, like, the best way.
Yeah. My brain's going to explode. The mud eating away at my body does not peel off. It mercilessly robs me of my warmth. I feel the horrible curse crushing all of my senses, crushing me. Darkness I can't look at directly. Ugliness I can't acknowledge. Crimes I want to run from. All man's sins. Going to die. Anyone caught in this darkness wouldn't be able to resist letting it devour them, just from the sheer pain and disgust. But Konomine said it once. This curse is what killed Kiritsugu. That's enough to banish the darkness. Heat returns to my body. Blood rushes through me, wounded as I am, and helps me get back to my feet. And why not? I mean, Kiritsugu Emiya shouldered all of this for years. Did he die his own wishes unfulfilled because those voices never stopped screaming at him to atone? He said he wanted to be a champion of justice. He ran around like an idiot trying to be useful to someone, and in the end, nobody let him do what he wanted to do. Even so, he still pursued something, the ideals he'd given up on. And then in the end, the words of some silly kid lifted a burden from him, and he finally let himself believe that everything would be okay. I have to stand up. I said I was going to take his place and carry on his dream. If I really am the son of Kiritsugu Emiya, the champion of justice, I can't let the bad guy beat me. Osaka told me, I need to win, even if it kills me. Saber told me, Konomine is the enemy I have to defeat. Even Konomine said, if I'm going to fight, I should put my life on the line. That's right. What can I put on the line here if not my life? I don't have anything else to offer anyway.
H. Ah.
H. It's like, yeah. I desperately leap out of the mass of black mud. Look, I can only scream so many times, right? I can hear his surprise. My throat is burning, probably from the screaming. Every breath is like swallowing glass. Don't care. Tears of frustration stream down my face. Might just burst from sheer anger before the curse can tear me apart.
Possible. Have you truly just shaken the curse off?
Ugh. I push my body, forcing it to run. One hand goes behind my back. I grip the dagger I've been concealing this whole time.
Unbelievable. You managed to escape. Your next action is so pathetically foolish. I suppose you must simply have run out of ideas.
Shut your damn mouth! I never had a plan in the first place! I run. Kotomine sticks his hand into the waterfall behind him and draws out another lump of darkness.
Then you can follow your servant. That light you just saw earlier was Saber's defeat. You have no one to help you now.
There's no more hesitation now. If I get my hands on Kotomine, he will regret what he's just said more than anything else. I still have a command spell on my left hand. I don't know if I'm alive or dead, but that is the proof, and I can feel the truth of it. As long as I still have my command spell, Saber's still with me. If she's still here, she must have defeated Gilgamesh and be headed to me right now. And if I don't greet her with open arms, when that happens, well, I know her enough to know she'd be mad. So I'm going to beat you here and now to fulfill the promise I made to her. Darkness closes in on me. Kotomine releases a giant mass of curse. My body begins to crumble, starting with the extremities. I won't look away. If this is my role, I'm not done yet!
Enuma Elish!
A fault line splits space itself. With a flash of light and a roar of wind, Aya releases a vortex of pure destruction. The sheer intensity prevents Saber from using her own noble phantasm. So she lowers her sword and lets herself sway as if collapsing. The light draws near. Saber's too injured to dodge, and there's no shield capable of defending against Aya's attack. The furious dance of light and wind can only annihilate everything in its path. Nothing can stand up to Aya. It is an immutable fact. Both of them knew it to be true a few hours ago.
Huh?
For once, that astonished cry comes not from Saber, but from the Golden Knight wielding Aya. Aya continues to release its torrent of magical energy, unleashing a ravening beam of destruction. But Saber is on her feet, stepping into the light of Aya's power. Her silver armor screams, cracks splinter every layer of magical energy protecting her. With not a second to lose, she closes the gap between herself and Gilgamesh. Hey, Sai.
Midi.
Excalibur!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
To counter Aya's destruction, Saber releases every drop of power at her command. Searching... I think that's supposed to be scorching. No?
Surging, probably.
Or searing.
Yeah, scorches is after, so it's searing or scorching.
Yeah, typo
Searing-
regardless.
Searing or yeah.
Searing heat scorches the earth in all directions in a brilliant flash of light. Two titanically powerful swords clash, their power so vast it creates a visible border as the two struggle against each other. But is it all for nothing? Excalibur cannot beat Aya. Even if Saber risks her life and attacks without concern for the consequences, she can only push back just the smallest bit. The scales tilt in favor of Aya, and Excalibur's light weakens, pushing Saber back.
I see. So you have lost your mind, Saber.
The Golden Knight draws Aya back, but then he sees his enemy's renewed reckless advance, so he pours even more magical energy into Aya. There's no turning back now. All there is to use his full power to utterly annihilate Saber. Aya's segments spin faster, 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 reaching their maximum speed, and the light that envelops Saber cuts Excalibur down. But in the instant before that happens, Saber charges. A tiny opening created by Excalibur's power allows her to take a single step closer. In the instant she reaches that space, her noble phantasm appears. Darkness buffets Shiro, as if he were caught in a wind tunnel. There is no avoiding or deflecting darkness that coats space itself. Those swallowed by the darkness can only be consumed by it. He's corroding from the fingertips inward. His legs kick at air as if swimming. His outstretched arms are swallowed up in the black mud. His vision fails him. It's like being erased. Shiro feels himself shrinking, but he refuses to die. He tries not to look away, pours every ounce of strength he has into resisting. He fights the darkness covering him, the pain trying to melt his body, and the curse trying to dissolve his mind. It's all in vain. No human could resist this corruption. And yet, he continues to move. His arm is still raised, held out, trying to grab something. But his heart is already broken. His thoughts are smothered in darkness, and soon it'll consume him. But in that moment...
Saber.
You are my...
Why did he remember that voice? A light in the darkness. The moment he realizes it's that light, everything runs in reverse. The switch flips. His thoughts gain speed, creating crackling sparks, and form the shape with astonishing speed. Trace. On! He murmurs the spell to begin projection. In that instant, it's complete, skipping every step of the manufacturing process. He didn't need to reproduce it from scratch. The shape had already been engraved in his very soul. It has been a part of Shiro Emiya for so long that he perfectly memorized it.
You are my sheath.
His fingertips, desperately reaching, move again. They grab hold of the object he created without concentration or spell casting. The world turns on its head, darkness eradicated by golden light. In Shiro's grasp, duplicated flawlessly, is Saber's sheath. And so, as Aya's all-destroying light burns away everything in its path, Saber releases her own noble phantasm.
What?
What appears before her is, without question, the sacred sword's sheath. The mystics, which shroud it, are unknown, but the sheath repels Aya's light. No, this is simply beyond defending its wielder. Instead, it cuts her off completely. The wall that keeps the filth of the outside world from fairyland. A world that cannot be reached, forever isolated from the rest of the world. Saber is protected by the sheath of the sacred sword, and for a moment, she exists apart from all reason and logic in this world. It is the greatest protection in the world. Nothing, not even the 5 magics, can pierce this perfect defense. And so, the sheath is named Avalon. Avalon. It is the place King Arthur is said to have gone after dying. The utopia the king dreamed of, but could not yet reach. Gilgamesh sees the Grim Reaper raising its scythe. But it's too late. Ao won't stop rotating, and Gilgamesh can't retreat. How could it be? Who could ever have believed an attack with so much magical energy, such unimaginable power, could ever be blocked?
How dare you stoop to such a petty trick?
A streak of blue surges forward. Saber's armor is gone.
Gotta go fast.
She's shed her armor so she can use its magical energy in her sword. Hey, Sai, one more.
Why is it doing this to me?
X!
Saber!
One last time for the road.
The moment he takes the sheath, the darkness is dispelled. The darkness surrounding Shiro Emiya, the darkness that contaminated his body, fades all at once.
Impossible!
But this should come as no surprise. The sacred sword's sheath protects its owner. That filthy mud could not possibly destroy the embodiment of the utopia the girl sought. He runs. The instant the darkness is dispelled, he moves with all the speed of a comet.
Projection! Who the hell are you?
The priest, so assured of his own strength, and the boy who could afford no such arrogance, face off. But it is but an instant, but that instant decides the battle. Kire Kotomine! Shiro Emiya runs, sometimes stumbling onto all fours. In one hand, he holds the dagger. He scrambles forward on his hands and knees towards the priest. Shiro doesn't stop. He thrusts the dagger of retribution into the priest's chest. The priest turns slowly. Before he can leave, Shiro steps down on one foot to ground himself and turns in a circle using the momentum of his dash. He inverts himself like a top, and he floods his left hand with magical energy. And like a whirlwind, Last, I
Bam.
guess.
Lamb!
Kablam! His magical
Yes,
energy
Rico, kaboom.
pours into the Azoth blade, along with the word to trigger its release. Saber swings her golden
Servant
sword.
Duke.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
that's probably for Avalon.
yeah, probably for Avalon. That would make
Oh,
sense.
I want to read that bio.
Yeah, alright, hang on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. Avalon, ever the distant utopia, the ability of Excalibur's sheath. The third noble phantasm that was lost. The sheath of the Holy Sword was excavated in Cornwall by Einsburn and returned to its owner across the ages. In the legend of King Arthur, the true ability of the Holy Sword is the power of immortality that comes from its sheath. It has the ability to heal its owner's wounds and stop aging, but in actuality, it is what can be referred to as a mobile fortress that targets an individual. By unsheathing it and putting oneself in the home of the fairies, one can shut out any physical interference. It can even prevent interference from parallel worlds, an example of true magic.
God, this is.
Rank EX.
Yep. It's EX rank phantasms. are not automatically the strongest.
But they're up
They
there.
cannot be ranked on the same scale as normal phantasms.
Gotcha.
They can be weaker than other phantasms. Like,
They just have something that makes them basically immune to power scaling.
yeah, they on the or like they could vary in strength.
Gotcha.
As a general rule, EX, they cannot be in the same race as a noble phantasm graded on the regular curve.
Saber swings her golden sword. She must not have had the energy to push herself back up. Saber keeps her sword down, head down. Gilgamesh stares wide-eyed at the knight as she cuts him in half. In the silence after, the wind whispers through the compound. There remains not a trace of the light that had flooded this area seconds ago. The two knights do not exchange words. They simply stand, facing each other as the battle ends. Gilgamesh sighs. He lifts a hand and traces a finger along her cheek, as if to check the night.
Such an impudent woman. You oppose me to the very end.
His golden armor begins to fade. The bloody king of heroes starts to disappear.
But I shall forgive you. Some things are beautiful, precisely because they're unattainable.
His finger slips away from her. The arm he'd raised to touch her falls weakly.
Suppose it was inevitable then. I would lose to you.
He clicks his tongue in displeasure, and then, at the end,
Farewell, King of Knights. It was certainly entertaining.
he smiles ironically and vanishes. Pale blue sparks flicker along the priest's form. They spread in all directions from where the dagger protrudes from his chest. No flesh falls away, and there's no sign of bleeding. Even so, the battle comes to an end. He's not even looking at me. Instead, he stares down at the dagger in his chest in confusion. The wind is blowing. A gust of wind blows from the hollow overhead, muffling the sound around him. In the silence that follows,
Why do you have that sword?
Kotomine's voice is low, mumbling. It's not mine. Tosaka lent it to me. I'm not sure how long he was thinking. He takes a deep breath and finally moves, having been motionless from the moment I charged him and impaled him with the blade.
I see. I once gave it to some girl as a gift. Maybe 10 years ago. Yes. No wonder I've gotten so weak.
Kotomine collapses. I watch it all unfold. Even on the brink of death, he spoke of himself as if he were talking about someone else. Finally, the priest sinks into that which he summoned, the very thing he wished for. And that is the end of Kirei Kotomine. Good riddance.
Why couldn't it be the end of Shiro Emiya?
Hero fucking Emiya.
The true end of a long battle.
Yay, the one voice I still had is dead now.
I am curious of one thing. I'm gonna say it just in case.
Okay. This is the final node.
Yeah, that's what I was going to check.
But for the, there's something called continuation of the dream, fate/true end.
Alright, well. With the enemy defeated, only one task remains. The dark hollow is in the sky. The mud has stopped pouring from it, but that eerie void continues to quicken. It's the Holy Grail, the omnipotent grail said to be given to the winner of this war. The wind howls. With Kotomine gone, the power binding Ilya vanishes. Ilya's been released from the hollow, and now she sleeps beside me. She doesn't seem to be in danger of dying. She'll probably wake up after we go home and have Tosaka look her over. The war is ended. No one will get hurt. We won't have to lose anyone else now. No more masters, and the servants will disappear now that their roles are over. I knew this was going to happen. I climbed those long stairs with her earlier. We've already said our goodbyes. All that's left is to bring the curtain down on this whole war. I look up at the hollow and wait. My heart is empty as that void. And then she appears. She walks straight towards me, looking no different than when we first met. She stops once we're close enough to touch each other. We neither ask about each other's well-being, nor offer any congratulations. This has already been decided. There's only one thing left to do.
I will destroy the Holy Grail. That is my role.
Saber starts walking forward. The strong winds coming from the hollow do not even deter her. She approaches one step at a time. She's within range. She quietly readies her sword and looks up at the black hollow. I just watch from where I stand. I clench my fists so hard they bleed. I bite my lip and I try to hold back the feelings fighting for expression. I try to burn the image of her into my mind. And then...
Master, your orders, please. Without your order, I cannot destroy that thing.
Her back still to me, she tells me to use my final command spell. When the Holy Grail is destroyed, Saber will disappear. No. Since Saber will destroy the Holy Grail with her own hands, she won't have to become my servant. She only became a servant because she sought the Holy Grail. Destroying the Holy Grail should also void her contract, since she will have chosen to do it. The moment she destroys the Holy Grail, her life will end, but she will remain king forever.
Hero, I would like to hear it from your own lips.
I hear Saber. Every time I hear her voice, I want to scream. I want to tell her not to go. I want to scream my real, honest desire. I want her to stay. And yet, I can't ever say that. I love Saber. I want her to be happy more than anything else, and I want to be with her forever. If I really love her, that's not what I should be doing. I love Saber for fighting her hardest, even when she was wounded. She gave up everything, and while she was torn apart, she still held to her conviction, even to the very end. If I think that is beautiful, if I think that is something worth protecting, then I can't destroy everything she stood for just for my own happiness. She was born a king, and that's how she lived. Nothing could change that. From the moment she drew the sword and made her vow, she was king. Nothing else. That is her conviction. She fought her battles until the very end, believing she was doing the right thing. The dream of a young girl named Altria. She abandoned her own life and chose to be king. She chose to fight. Even when she was told that everything she does would go unrewarded, she still wielded the sword and kept her vow as king. That lasted for many years. I can't do anything to tarnish the pride she held to until her final moments. Saber, fulfill your duty, please. My voice is heavy with emotion. Light flares around us. The brilliant ray cuts the hollow in front of us in half, leaving no trace of it. Nothing remains. The mountain summit has been blasted away, leaving only a smoldering wasteland behind. In the distance, the first rays of dawn light the sky. A glimmer of gold peeks over the horizon. My left hand hurts. The final command spell disappears, and then I accept that it is finally over.
So, it has come to an end.
Yeah, this is the end of it. There's nothing left.
I see. Then our contract has also ended. I was your sword. I defeated your enemies and protected you. I am glad I could keep that pledge.
Yeah, you did well, Saber. I don't know what else to say. Saber's far away. I don't try to run to her. The sun rises. The wind starts to pick up. A golden glimmer shines, seeming to last forever. In it,
there is one thing I must tell you.
I can hear the determination in her voice. Yeah? What is it? I try to at least sound strong. Saber sways. She turns. Saber looks straight at me and says, her voice clear,
Shiro Emiya, you're a pussy.
She said it. The wind blows over the mountaintop.
I'm so glad you kept going.
For a moment, I close my eyes, blinded by the morning sun. Then I open them again.
I'm so glad you kept that. Oh my gosh.
I don't think I was surprised. I just had a feeling. Our goodbye was always going to be like this. God. Very funny.
I love the idea of flipping the middle finger and it's glowing like Excalibur.
Yeah! All I see is the wasteland. Saber is gone, carried off by the gusting wind. Just like when she appeared. She left with grace, without a trace. Yeah. So like you. There are no regrets in my voice. Every memory, both of what I've lost and what I've gained, remains in my heart. I'll keep them all there, forever. I look out at the rising sun, hoping I'll never forget any of this, that none of it fades from my mind for a long time to come. I watch the morning glow spreading over the distant land below. It reminds me of the golden light fields she'd fought on. I'm gonna hover my mouse over the fucking mute button just in fucking case. I don't trust you. Are we
What?
good? Nope. Epilogue. Alright, we're good.
Okay.
I was half expecting it to play more copyrighted music. I hear a creaking sound. It's the old, heavy, rusted door of the shed opening. Light pours in through the crack in the door. It's enough to wake me up. Hey, Sakura, you have lines again!
Senpai, are you awake?
I don't even need to look to know who's approaching. Must be that time already. I take a deep breath and open my eyes.
Good morning, Senpai. It's time already. By the way, I want to thank your sister for killing my brother.
I see that. Morning, Sakura. Thanks for waking me up.
It's nothing. I knew you'd wake up anyway, so I didn't need to do anything.
Got it. So, how come you came all the way out here to wake me up?
It's no trouble. I just wanted to wake you up this morning, so I woke up half an hour earlier than usual. Today is a special day after all.
Oh? Then I remember. That's right, it is a special day. Sakura, I don't think I even need to ask, but Fujine isn't here yet, right?
No, Miss Fujimura is not here yet. Oh, but Ilya is already here.
I knew it. If Ilya's here, then that can only mean one thing. Crap. Sorry, Sakura, but I need you to take care of the breakfast this morning. I'm gonna go wake up Fujine.
Oh, okay. Good idea, senpai.
Luckily, I was up late last night, so I'm still in my work clothes. I'm glad I don't need to change to head out. I'll be back in 10 minutes. You're in charge of the house until then.
Yes, you can count on me.
Oh, Ilya!
Yuri's awake.
Yeah, I just woke up. I'm going to wake Fujine up, so go help Sakura with breakfast. I pat Ilya on the shoulder and head out to the front entrance.
She beat me to it! Ugh, I said I was gonna wake Shiro up, Sakura!
Ilya fumes at Sakura as she stomps over to the shed. This sort of thing is hardly unusual anymore. Ilya said she wasn't going to return to her home country, so I talked to Fujine about taking her in. She was vehemently opposed and suggested that she would take in Ilya at her house. Since then, Ilya's been staying at the Fujimura house, and of course, she's been coming over with Fujine mornings and nights. It goes without saying that they're coming for breakfast and dinner. The two have been living together for 2 months now, and they're practically joined at the hip. When I pass near the shed wall, I hear Sakura and Ilya talking. Ilya's pretty blunt, so I thought she wouldn't get along with Sakura, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They're like an odd couple. Ilya's energetic, while Sakura's more laid back. It seems they get along, in spite of their differences. In fact, Sakura's regained her usual cheer thanks to Ilya. Ever since Sakura's older brother, Shinji, disappeared and was listed missing, she'd stopped smiling. She must have sensed that he had something to do with the mass coma incident at school. Fretting over Shinji, Sakura shut herself away. It was Ilya who forced her to get over it, and Sakura is her normal, cheerful self whenever she's with Ilya. Yep, Sakura's smiling again. I'm truly happy about that. Sakura is most herself when she's smiling, with that gentle smile of hers.
Hey, man, you want to take a voice?
Ilya's so mean. I even offered her a little extra pocket money to wake me up, no matter what.
Fujine is in tears as she shovels breakfast into her mouth.
I had no choice. If I waited for you to wake up, I'd be late, and I worked enough to earn my pay. If you want me to work harder, then you should just raise my allowance rather than giving me a little extra something. A little extra sometimes. My word.
I know you get money from grandfather too. Why is this child such a miser? Nobody will like you if you're so stingy at such a young age.
That's okay. As long as the person I like doesn't think like that, I don't care what anyone else thinks. Oh, by the way, Taiga, I want the money you borrowed the other day back. It was payday 5 days ago, right?
How do you know that?
Raiga told me. I can give you the details of the conversation if you'd like.
Ilya grins wryly. Unlike her more friendly relationship with Sakura, Ilya and Taiga are practically cats and dogs. Ilya gets really mean with Fujine. Even her smile reminds me of a certain someone's smirk.
You've got until tomorrow. If you can't pay me back, I'll take it out of your allowance, Taiga.
What? I can't believe grandfather told you about that.
Yep, I'm with him all day. Raiga even said I'm cuter than you, Taiga.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I love this girl.
What have you done, Shiro? This girl is the devil! It's going to take over the whole Nura group!
More importantly, why does a grown woman still get an allowance from her grandfather?
See you later, Shiro. You're coming home early today, right? Then I'll wait here, so come home quick.
Yep, I'll try. Take care of the house, Ilya.
She might as well just live in this house for all I care. Dummy.
I literally offered that and you refused. Fujine sulks as she hides behind my back.
Yeah, buck up, Taiga. Don't give Shiro such a hard time.
Ilya shrugs off Taiga's comment.
I love how just this. She's like, yeah, buck up.
Looks like Fujine isn't really in a position to push back against Ilya.
Well, I'm going ahead. Don't dawdle and wind up late for school, Shiro.
Later, bitches! Whee! Fujine lets out an engine roar and disappears like a speeding bullet. She's got her driver's license last month. Since then, she's been late for school a lot less often. But now she has a new nickname, Rocket Tiger, or Rocket Diver. She's the only one who doesn't know about it. I stretch and take a deep breath. Sakura already left for school. She ate a pretty big bowl of rice this morning, so she must be pretty driven today. Today's a big day for the Kyoto Club. Now that she's the vice captain, Sakura must be really determined and enthusiastic today. Alright, I should go to school too. Today is April 7th. Schools are starting a new school year, and the season has gone from the cold of winter to spring.
Damn, I wish I could skip winter like that.
It's been 2 months. I feel like a lot has changed since she left, but the changes all seem minor. Winter is over, and it's finally spring. And that's the only thing that's changed. I might have grown and matured, but I'm not a different person or anything. So, not that much has changed. Shiramiya is still clumsily stumbling along in Kiritsuga's footsteps. Who wants her at the end here?
I'll take her at the end.
Morning, Anya. Fancy running into you in the morning.
Hey there. Nice weather we have today, Tosaka. I wave in greeting. Is this really a coincidence? We run into each other almost every day. Well, sure, we never ran into each other that often before.
Run into each other?
Tosaka narrows her eyes and glares at me, unhappy about how I phrased that. I don't think getting angry so early in the morning is good for you. Tosaka, did you start leaving your house earlier? You always arrived later. You were never early or late to school.
That's not true. It was just a coincidence that we never saw each other. Did you know your house and mine are in opposite directions? So if we woke up at a normal time and walked down the hill at the same time, we would naturally meet up here.
Huh. That's news to me. Then I guess that's not so surprising. Wait a minute. It's only possible if our daily schedules are the same. For Tosaka to reach this intersection at this hour, she'd have to wake up at 6 in the morning. But that's... Tosaka, you must be exhausted. Come right out and say it.
What are you talking about? I'm not tired, and I'm not pushing myself either. Why would you say that?
Well, because you're not a morning person. If you go to school while you're half asleep, your goody two-shoes front might collapse. You'd be a goner if you fell asleep in class. If someone woke you up, you'd go berserk, and they'd see your true terrifying face. Like, who dares disturb my slumber kind of terrifying.
I would never do something like that. I would never make a mistake like that just because I woke up 30 minutes earlier.
Oh, so you did wake up earlier than usual.
Ah. Oh, come on, it doesn't matter what time I get up. If you have time for trivial questions like that, then get to school.
Tosaka huffs and looks away. She has a point, so I'm gonna let this go and just resume our walk to school. This background reminds me of a different background, and I don't like it.
What background?
Don't worry about it.
Is it the, Ilya murders you background?
No. Sai knows.
Teehee.
We
Is it
walk
a
up.
Soundscape thing?
No. well, I'll mention it later. We walk up the hill. I'll see if I can pull it up later. The townscape below has bloomed into a springtime scene. The breeze is pleasant, and the leaves of the cherry blossom tree planted near school dance on the wind from... Yeah, she's got it. Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. It makes me smile. Her just fucking humming the theme in the background. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, are you mostly going to your job this week? Not that it matters to me, since it's your time and all, but you're not overworking yourself, are you?
Huh? No, I got a day off today. I heard the Kyoto Club was holding a welcome party for the new members, so I figured I'd bring Ilya to hang out.
Whoa, you've got guts. You don't even bat an eye at bringing Ilya to school. You're something else.
Huh? Is that bad? Ilya seemed bored, so I thought this would be a good distraction.
It's bad. Anyway, I might swing by too. Hard to be bored with Ilya around, and most of all, it's too dangerous to just ignore this.
I'm grateful to hear her say that. Tosaka understands Ilya much better than Sakura or I do. It's not just that she periodically checks in on Ilya's health. Tosaka and Ilya are both proper mages. Ilya still doesn't fully understand that she needs to hide the fact that she's a mage, so Tosaka's been a great mentor for her in that regard. And so, things are starting to settle in their respective places. The new priests the church dispatched has already repaired most of the damage from the Holy Grail War, and we've more or less gone back to our ordinary lives. There are things lost that we can never get back, yes, but the wounds are slowly healing, and I should be glad to know that some of the regrets I felt before are slowly fading.
But that was unexpected.
Tosaka mutters under her breath. She looks down at the town, her tone serious. Huh? What was unexpected?
Well, I thought you'd be depressed. I was worried it would take a while for you to recover from all this.
She's talking about the girl who's not with me now. It's been 2 months, and this is the first time we've brought up the golden-haired girl. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to recover from it either. I was going out of my mind just thinking about what might happen afterward.
But when it actually happened, you acted the same as always. You didn't seem depressed. You were even acting like nothing happened the next day. That's when I started to get worried about whether you were really okay or not. I can't really explain it, but it felt like you were going to die in some freak accident the next day or something.
Freaking... what? How does me seeming fine end with me dead?
Things like that happen. A person just accidentally achieves their lifelong goal, then keels over and dies. The moment they think they don't need to live anymore, a car runs them over, or they just fall down a set of stairs.
Huh.
Besides, Shiro, the people that have been voicing this virtual novel hate your guts and would be glad to see you die.
In fact, they killed you like 5 times this stream alone.
That's a little hard to get my head around. I guess she's talking about dying after living a full life, or resting in peace, maybe?
That's why I was worried that that was going to happen. You know, there are times it's more normal to get spectacularly depressed.
What? Would you have comforted me if I got all depressed?
Of course not. I would have kicked you in the butt and made you get over it in a day. I was just disappointed I didn't get the chance.
She turns away, displeased. So
That
funny I
is
can't help
such a
but bursting
mood.
into laughter.
What? Was that funny?
No, your tough as nails line was just so you. It was a relief. We continue walking, enjoying the spring sunshine. The hilly road is long, and it looks as if it continues into the endless blue sky. Then she brings something else up, surprisingly casually.
So, you don't have any regrets? You know, about Saber being gone?
Her eyes are on the sky as she speaks. Yeah, I don't have any regrets. Probably. I'm not trying to put up a front. I even surprise myself with how at peace I sound. Nothing was left unsaid, so I don't regret anything. Everything went into that moment we said goodbye. What I wanted to do, what she dreamed. Maybe we were both stubborn, and maybe I really should have grabbed her hand and made that dream come true. But there was something we both felt was beautiful, and we both desperately tried to protect it until the very end. I have no regrets. As she properly ended her time, I can't let myself be stuck in those memories forever.
Huh. So you've already settled the matter for yourself. So that's why you're not depressed. And you're just going to drown in your memories.
Yeah, but I still dream about her. I'm gonna remember her for the rest of my life. One day my memories of her will fade, and I'll forget her voice and her mannerisms. But still, I'll never forget what happened, or that I loved her. Tosaka doesn't say a thing, but for some reason, she looks elated. She's practically skipping now. What's going on, Tosaka? What's the rush? Did something happen?
Nothing. I just want to get to school quickly. So come on, hurry, Shiro. I'll leave you behind if you're too slow.
She turns around and starts to run up the hill. What the hell? Why would she push herself when she's not a morning person? I grumble, then sling my bag onto my shoulder and run to catch up. It's only 7:30 in the morning. It's too early for students who aren't involved in any club activities, but I guess there's nothing wrong with getting to school early. I run up the hilly road that seems to stretch into the sky and reach the school earlier than usual. Today is the first day of the school year. If I want to celebrate, I need to shake off old memories. Remnants of my memory will never go away, but I still need to go on, even if the emptiness in my heart makes me cry. The blue sky is off in the distance. It feels so close. But even if I reached out, I could never grasp it. I've looked to the stars before. There are unreachable stars and unfulfilled wishes. Nothing of ours remains behind. So someday, my memories of her, even the images of her face, will disappear. And yet, Even if I can't reach her, something will remain in our hearts. There may be nothing physical left, but we both shared a time together and looked up at the same things. If I can remember that, I can believe that we're still together, even across such a great distance. Some things are bound to disappear, but others never will. So I'm going to keep running. If I push far enough, I might one day reach what I was aiming for. The new beginnings of spring, after the end of a harsh winter. I head up the hill under the same blue sky she looked up at and saw. The battle is over. This is her final battlefield. The battle that split her country in half and ended with the king's victory. The knight runs to her. The battle is over, the blood-red sunset has faded, and now the darkness of night covers the battlefield. The hill is littered with corpses and curses. All that resentment tries to drag the survivors down with it. Through it all, the knight runs, breathless. He grips his horse's reins as the wounded white steed does its best to keep up. The knight and the white horse are the only survivors. Draped over the horse's back is the wounded king.
Your Majesty, King Arthur, this way.
The knight must be wounded himself, but he runs with all his might. The king he serves is on the verge of death. Even after defeating the rival king in single combat, his king sustained a fatal wound. The king knows there is no hope here. His king will die soon.
Please stay with me. If we manage to reach that forest, you shall...
He calls desperately to his king. Or perhaps the knight truly believes that his king is immortal. So long as they have the guidance of the sacred sword, the king will never perish. With labored breathing, the knight crosses the mountain of corpses and heads to a forest that has not yet been stained in blood. He knows of his king's immortality, so he believes that if he can only escape the cursed battlefield and lead the king somewhere pure, the king's wounds will be healed. Or rather, he hopes. Unlike the other knights, he always believed in his king. The king had always been isolated at court, shunned by the kings and feared by the people. But the knight was proud of the young king, who never revealed any personal feelings no matter the situation, and always remained idealistic. The knight did not serve his country, and that is why he entrusted his sword to his king, strove to aid his king, and rose to the position of king's personal guard despite his young age. The king whose true face can never be seen. The boy tried to be fair and selfless, and did not allow his personal feelings to interfere with his duties. Rather, he hoped that if he could someday get close enough, he could see his king's real face. That is his greatest desire. He wants so much to see his king's true face, not the stern countenance that the king bore on the battlefield, but his king's true face, a shining, smiling, laughing, human face. That moment would surely come in court, when the king is relieved of all duty. Even the most perfect king cannot be on edge all the time. The knight was proved wrong, though. What he learned defied his expectations. He reached the rank of Imperial Guard and stood guard at the king's side. He guarded the king more closely than any knight, and always observed the king's behavior. But the moment he wished for never came. His king never smiled. Why does that make him so angry? The king should radiate glory, having achieved such success. But never once did the king seem at peace, even for a moment. He couldn't stand it. He wanted to believe this shouldn't happen, and so he wished for his king to be rewarded with light. That has yet to be accomplished. The king still remains solitary, and so the knight refuses to accept his king's death. It cannot end here. If it does, this great king will never be rewarded.
Your Majesty, Please stay here. I will summon reinforcements right away.
Once they reach the forest, the knight leans his king's body against a large tree. It is a race against time. Even riding hard on horseback, it will take half a day to bring back the troops they left at the harbor. Any who see the king now would know that the king will not last until dawn.
Please hold on until then. I promise I will bring our troops back here.
The knight bows to his half-conscious king and returns to his white steed. Sigh.
Edithia.
Before he can leave, the king he thought unconscious calls out to him.
Your Majesty, have you woken up?
Yes. I was having a dream.
The king's voice is faint, but there is warmth in it.
A dream, sire?
The knight's voice is imploring. The king's life is balanced on the tip of a blade. The darkness will surely take his king if the knight does not respond.
Yes. I have not had many dreams, so it was a valuable experience.
That is wonderful. Please have a pleasant rest. I will call for reinforcements while you do.
A faint gasp. The knight's words must have been unexpected.
Your Majesty, have I said something to offend?
No, you only surprised me. Can you still dream after you've woken? Are you saying I will return to that same dream after I close my eyes?
Now it's the knight's turn to be surprised. For a moment, he's at a loss for words. At length, he responds, though he knows there is no truth to what he says. Yes. Nope.
Yes, if you truly desire it, you will indeed return to the same dream. I've experienced it myself.
It's not possible. A dream is a fleeting thing, not something to return to. Even so, the knight lies to his king. It is the first and last time he will do such a thing.
I see. You are quite knowledgeable, Bedivere.
The king's soft voice is admirable. The king's head remains tilted down, not looking up at the knight. The king breathes so softly that it can be barely audible.
Bedivere, take my sword.
The knight receives his king's final order.
Listen, pass through the forest and travel over that bloody hill. Beyond that, you will find a lake. Throw my sword into it.
But, Your Majesty, that would mean...
The knight knows what that means. The sword in the lake. To relinquish the sword that had protected the king and served as proof of kingship would mean the end of his king.
Go. Once you have fulfilled my order, return here and tell me what you saw.
The king does not take back orders. The knight takes the sacred sword and goes over the hill, his indecision weighing heavily on him. And so, 3 times, the knight hesitates to follow his king's command. The lake looms in front of him, but he cannot throw the sword away. Doing so means his king will disappear. The knight's unwillingness to part with his king stays his hand, and so he returns to his king. Once again, the king orders him to throw the sword into the lake. When the knight lies and claims he's thrown the sword into the lake as ordered, his king simply replies,
Seba.
Do as I have commanded you.
To defy the king's order is a great sin for a knight, but he's already done so twice. Each time he stands before the lake, he hesitates at the thought of losing his king. No more. When the knight realizes he cannot alter his king's decision, he On his third visit, he hurls the sword into the lake. The sacred sword returns to the lake. A white hand emerges from the water and catches the blade, and the sacred sword vanishes from the world. And the knight finally accepts it. The end of his king. The responsibilities that had so long burdened the knight finally come to an end. By the third time he crosses the hill, the first rays of morning light touch the forest. The ruins of the battlefield, now distant. There is no trace of the bloody battle. Only a thin haze covers the hill.
Thrown the sword into the lake. It is back in the hands of the Lady of the Lake.
At the knight's words, the king's eyes open.
I see. Then you must stand proud. You have obeyed your king's command.
The knight gives a silent nod to that voice, knowing the speaker is on the brink of death. It's all over. Turmoil will continue to grip the nation. The wars will not end. The day of ruin will come soon. But the king's battle is over. Because he, or rather, she, fulfilled her role till the very end. The light fades. With everything done, the last of the strength that kept her going is spent.
I must apologize, Bedivere. This sleep will be a long one. With my final breath, I curse Shironia.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry, sire. I have no idea who that... Sire?
She closes her eyes,
Consume
slowly,
tight, sire.
as if going to sleep. The morning light spills through the treetops. As the king drifts to her eternal rest, a hush falls over the forest. The knight continues his vigil over the fallen king, the king he wished for, the solitary king, attended only by a single knight, and he finally sees the look he hoped for on his king's face, a peaceful sleep. In her last moments, the king finally finds the peace that had so long eluded her. The knight is overjoyed. The knight thanks whoever gave his king such comfort and watches the king with a sense of pride. The heavens are distant, and the clear sky is blue. The battle is truly over. You watching, King Arthur? His words ride the wind. The sleeping king appears to sink into the endless blue. I assume this is actually you.
May your dream come true. Or continue.
A distant dream takes her.
Bedivere is the fucking goat, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bedivere and...
The battle is over. Let us put our swords down and rest in the momentary peace. After dozing in a warm dream, a new day will dawn. The days continue on, and we are still following the same star we once saw.
Probably press mute.
Yeah,
We're free!
that's...
I can finally...
I'm just gonna... Hang on. We're just gonna do this real quick.
It's over!
Volume mix, we're just gonna do that. Alright, we're good. Cannot skip. Oh, we're done! We did it!
We started this at the same day as the Grail War started, and we ended it in the realm of Padaru. My, how the circle closes.
Fuck that circle. Fuck the round table.
I will be honest. When I suggested we play this, I did not expect the pain that some of it would cause But God, I'm glad I got to see it, and I'm glad we got to completely trash it.
Yeah. All things considered, the game picks up a lot more later it gets because Shiro gets the fuck over himself.
Yeah.
Particularly everything after the date. Like, everything after that little date sequence, Shiro just gets the fuck over himself and focuses up.
Mm-hmm.
There were some good moments before that point as well, for sure, but yeah. Cool.
Kojiro versus Saber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the more I learn about Lancer, the more Lancer really is fucking beast.
He's so good.
He's really good.
He's not a beast, he's Hound.
Ha.
He literally, Ku Kalain means Hound of Kalain.
Saber
A
ending.
new route has been unlocked.
How about
No.
How about we uninstall the game?
No, I'm probably gonna play the other routes on my own time, probably. But I won't subject anyone else to that.
Except probably me, because, like, I still need to see the other routes, in a non-anime setting,
Mm-hmm.
personally.
So if I hit... Oh, it's just gonna literally load the first thing. Okay, so I assume you just go from the flowchart. Whee! All the way back.
To there. Nope. Right before it. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no. The night. No, zoom in.
Whoop.
Not this first day. It should be parallel to the Reen section.
Like right here. It is the command spell thing, right?
Yeah, so oh, wait, it's you see the split area that doesn't have a split? That.
Yeah. That'll do it. Yep. That would make sense.
But yeah. We're done. I'm honestly very glad to see the Fate route itself as a concept. But God, this story dragged its feet and gave us way too much Shiro. So
Yeah.
basically, you see those last choices, by the way?
Yeah, they all lead to, like, the other ending. Oop.
It's like there's a Fate route ending, and then there's specific choices to get the true ending, which is what we got.
Yeah.
By the way, God, can you look at Lancer real quick?
Doop. Doop.
Ku is the best.
Yeah.
Also, I've shown you,
Battle continuation. Doesn't know when to give up. Boy, is that true.
battle continuation, bitch. Also, that Divinity B. Let me put it this way. And that's Enkidu, the Chains of Heaven. Gilgamesh's best tool. That's right, the best tool when dealing with a troublesome divine servant.
Hmm.
Uh,
Alright, well.
Also, I would like to point out that there is it's not canon, but there is a scene that I think is in the
Mm-hmm.
Unlimited Blade Works animated, or at least by Ufotable,
Mm-hmm.
of Shiro at the end of his life, like helping in like the Middle East keep people safe. But he dies, and
It's
he
Unlimited Blade Works that has this.
he makes his way to Avalon.
Oh, that's cute. Well, all that said, thank you all so very much for stopping by. Take care of yourselves. And we'll be back next week with Steins Gate, baby!
Finally,
We'll be-
actual good cinema guaranteed.
We'll be back next week for some gatekeeping.
Doo-doo-doo.
Doo-doo-doo.
Start practicing.
Doo-doo-doo. Let's go!